Welcome everybody to the first ever episode of the Safemoon Round Table. We are going to be starting this off with a great group of guys. It's going to be an awesome conversation where we can come together, talk about current events with Safemoon, introduce Safemoon to new users, and of course, answer community questions. So joining me tonight is a great group of people. I'll let them introduce themselves here one by one, starting off right here with RJ here.
What's going on, guys? What's up, Generation? How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Going well. Thank you so much. Thanks for having this. This is super exciting. This, like you said, this is the first episode, but I've been a small content creator. I started talking about Safemoon about, I believe it was June 7th. And so I didn't think it'd ever get to where it is right now. But again, I just love talking about Safemoon. So love having a outlet and a platform to share it with a bunch of people. So.
Well, I'm glad to have you on board and welcoming in to join in on the conversation. So
thank you. This is exciting.
Of course, yeah. And next up here we have Moonboy coming in the stream. You got to unmute your mic there, Moonboy.
Testing. Hello.
You're in.
Yeah, you guys can hear me? Hi.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't have a great background like my homies over here, but this is awesome. This is a really cool idea, and thank you for bringing together the Avengers. We're here to represent Safemoon. We're here to represent the dream, the ideas, and a little bit about me. I think my channel I created on the 2nd of May, I believe, and I was a big fan of Safemoon Michael, big fan of Safemoon Mark, and I got very inspired by those guys. And I've known about crypto since about 2016, but I made my first investment last year, right before the bull market popped off. And yeah, I'm excited. I love Safemoon. I'm a massive fan, and very happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on board. And next up, we have Crypto Control. You can unmute your mic there, Crypto Control.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Sorry, I didn't realize we were doing video tonight, and I haven't really shown my face on this channel, so I'll just stick with this for now. But
you're totally fine. Thank you for coming on board. If you want to change your image, I believe you can down there if you want to show your logo there so people can recognize your channel with the voice. You're welcome to do that. But yeah, glad for having you on board, and you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. So totally fine with just the logo for now if that works for you.
All right, cool.
Awesome. Okay. And next up here we have Adam joining in.
What up? What's the deal, everybody?
Awesome. Thank you for coming in, Adam, and joining in. I'm going to get in the next guest here. We've got Safemoon Jim coming on board. You got to unmute your mic, Jim.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to all this stuff.
No, you're totally fine. Welcome aboard.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, living the dream.
Well, good. Well, we're supposed to have one more guest on today. Looks like he's running a little bit behind, so hopefully we'll have Joe coming on board here later tonight. When he sees the stream is on, I let him know. So hopefully we'll be hearing from him. But for now, we'll just get started with the six of us that are on here now. Thank you guys all for joining in and participating in the live stream today. I figured that it's called a roundtable for a reason, and it's because all of us are equal. There's no one here that's going to be in charge or hosting. It's just an open conversation among us about Safemoon, and then hopefully towards the end, if we want to take some super chats, some live questions from the audience that way we can answer any questions for new investors or experienced investors who have questions about our specific channels or about Safemoon in general. Hopefully we can, with all of us here, can answer their questions. So to kind of start us off, if we could just go around the table and kind of just talk about what brought you on board to Safemoon, what brought you into the project, and why you decided to go not only from joining in as an investor, but actually becoming a content creator around this project. So if we wanted to start with RJ and kind of go down the list, we'll go that way, and then I can kind of end it on why I came in as well.
Yeah, man, for sure. So I'm fairly new to crypto. I started this year, right? So Adam.
I was gonna let the audience pick. I'm trying to do some sipping. You know what I mean?
Get the apple juice ready for sure. So
I just don't know what the audience is gonna tell me to drink. I thought it would be cool if they could pick. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, man. So I got started this year in Doge. Wanted to try something that wasn't so serious, right? Personally, I thought I was behind because I didn't know anything about crypto. At the time, I already saw Bitcoin popping off. It was like 20, 30, 40,000. I was like, dang, it's too late for me. So I want to get my foot in the door. So started with Doge and really started to get really more involved into it. And then all of a sudden, sometime during work, I honestly forgot how, but I saw Safemoon and I took a look into it. And then ever since then, I did some research. It kind of snowballed and then bought my first couple of tokens, told everyone in my network about it. Right? Told all my friends, told all my coworkers, told all my family. Of course, just like everyone else, some took it and ran with it, and some was kind of like, oh, I don't know about that, right? But then I started talking about it to everyone, including my girlfriend, all the time. I was like, listen, babe, listen, Safemoon. And so she was like, listen, I love you, I truly do, but you need a better outlet. You need a better outlet other than me, right? Other people that can, relate and connect with you. And so I started the channel. I've had the channel before, but I was kind of just talking about like travel and all these things. But I started using Safemoon and YouTube to really just use it as a healthy outlet to talk about Safemoon. And I never thought it would be where it is right now. The Safemoon community is awesome, and the rest is history.
Well, awesome. Thank you for your contribution. And Moonboy, do you want to go ahead and go on your kind of experience in joining on to Safemoon and kind of what brought you to it and then brought you to become a content creator around the project?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I got introduced to crypto back in 2015. I did not buy. I am kicking myself in the ass. I think Bitcoin was, $1,000 or something. I didn't buy, I know. And I saw the entire 2016, 2017 bull run. I didn't buy. I'm just watching the market like a clown, and I don't know. But I've known about crypto for a while. My first investment was last year, and I bought into Cardano a little under 19 cents. And I think I picked up 20 or 30,000 tokens at the time. And yeah, I started with Cardano. I heard a lot of stuff about Cardano and, it's going up or whatever. And as I got more into crypto, looking on the market for better opportunities, a friend introduced me to Safemoon. And at first I was like, Safemoon, what is that? I don't want to buy Safemoon. I don't want to buy meme coins. I didn't even want to buy Doge. I was against Doge, and I was just like a blue chip guy. Ethereum and Cardano. I had like 5 Ethereum, and I sold all of it for Safemoon and other projects. So I just went all in when I understood the potential and the idea of Safemoon and what it possibly can create. And like I said earlier, Safemoon Mark, he definitely kind of painted the picture for me to get better understanding in regards to where this thing could go. And that flipped me bullish right away. So I just went all in. I probably took 80% of all my coins and just put the majority of that into Safemoon. And content creation, I've actually been a YouTuber for quite a few years, but on other channels. But crypto, a friend of mine was like, oh, you do this YouTube thing, you might as well, do crypto. You talk about it all the time. Stop talking to me, talk to someone else. Kind of like RJ. I'm here talking to the girlfriend. I'm here talking to friends or whatever. And they're like, okay, just talk somewhere else. It's just a big passion of mine. I really enjoy sharing what I love, and crypto is still on tap. Safemoon intrigued me enough to start a whole channel based off around one specific coin. And thus far, the journey has been incredible, insane, obviously, with all the dips and selling off of wheels and members of the team leaving. But thus far, mine, a very strong community. I'm very happy to be here. So very short, brief summary of my journey.
Well, thank you for that. It's glad to have you on board. I think your videos are a huge contribution to the space, so thank you for coming in and joining on the roundtable. Safemoon Tim, kind of your experience. You're probably one of the newer YouTubers, but one of the most explosive to hit the space, I feel, since you came on board. So let's hear a little bit about your story in Safemoon, and then going over to the content creation side.
Yeah, I got into Safemoon. I tried to get in right around my birthday, which is on April 15th. So actually I tried a couple of days to try to get in, but I couldn't. I was still new to this whole getting in on Binance and then doing the swap over Pancake Swap. So it was really confusing because, like what Adam said in one of his videos that I was watching, I actually originally got in with Doge. So that was how I got introduced into it. I bought Doge at the end of November and I made quite a few bucks on it. And then I was looking for my next big thing. And my cousin actually sent me a message and said, you should check out Safemoon. So I checked it out. I liked what they had in their, their plan, what they were going to do. And so I tried to get involved. It took me a while and all the banks were denying all my cards and everything, saying that you can't buy this. So after I figured it out, I got into it and I started telling all my friends about it and they all started buying into it. And then for a while, I was kind of like, it's doing okay. But every time I would talk to my friends, they would buy more. And I was like, why are you guys buying more? They're like, because every time we hear you freaking talk about it, we want to own more because you talk about it so well and we know so much about it. We want to keep buying more. And I said, all right, now you make me want to buy more, you bastards. So now I have to keep trying to buy more so they don't have more than me because I told them about it and I didn't want them to outdo me in this whole. So it's just been this ongoing fight that I've been having with my friends. They just keep sending me text messages. I just bought more. I just bought more. And it got to the point where my friend goes, why don't you just start a YouTube channel and start telling people about it? Because it'll get people excited. Because every time you talk to us, we get excited by it. And we keep buying it. And I said, all right, fine. My background is I actually am a professional filmmaker. I do it for a living. I'm currently working on 3 documentaries as we speak while I'm doing my YouTube channel, while I'm working at a university as a coordinator. So I have a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes I don't even know how I could pull it off. But that's where I started off, and I started doing my channel, and I think we're going on 6 weeks now. But that's how I got started.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing with that. It sounds like you're really busy alongside the stuff that you're posting videos pretty much daily and doing all that with your university job and all that stuff. It's crazy to see that you're seeing that much success. And I think you totally deserve the success that's going your way because your videos have been a huge contribution to the space. I feel like it really gets people talking, digging into things, and gets the community going that way. Welcome, Safemoon Joe, to the live stream. Thanks for coming on board. We'll go to Adam here. Just to kind of go over his experience with why he came into Safemoon, what kind of got him invested into it, and then what brought him to become a content creator. And then we'll move over to Joe.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for putting this together, Generation Crypto. Shout out to every single person that's over here. Yeah, definitely cheers. Shout out to everybody in the audience, but don't F around, guys. How we got 96 likes and 300 people watching? Are you guys freaking kidding me? Who else is doing this for you? Show some love for Generation Crypto. And cheers to everybody. So, I started doing content, I think in March. And it wasn't focused on Safemoon. It was, and I keep saying it till today, I'm a finance channel, not just Safemoon. And I just focus on Safemoon because that's what people really want to hear. I try to put in additional videos here and there. And I heard about Safemoon when I was getting a fade from my barber. Shout out Gary. And he's like, Adam, make a video, teach me how to buy this stuff. And I wasn't really into DeFi, really, to be honest with you. I prefer OG coins. Everybody knows that. And yeah, the rest is history. I'm just making videos and trying to do my thing.
Awesome to hear it. Well, your contributions have been awesome to the space. I think it's kind of nice to have a channel that's not just Safemoon so that other people can hear about other investment portfolios outside of even cryptocurrency, which you talk about quite frequently as well. So I think it's a good balance for a lot of people. Yeah. And we'll go here to Safemoon Joe, and then Crypto Control will have you kind of finish up there, and then I'll go over my experience after that.
So what was the question? I'm sorry, I came in a little bit late. My mistake, boys.
No, you're totally fine. So we're just kind of going over what brought us into Safemoon originally as an investor, and then afterwards what brought us to go from investor to content creator.
Well, yeah. So I bought some Dogecoin not too long ago, just on a whim. Obviously, Doge had a nice big community, so I looked into that. And I thought it was really cool. I really did enjoy that. And then I pulled out, so I put $350 in, pulled out $5,000 when the whole hype train was going in. And I was streaming on Twitch. I was bragging to my buddies about. I'm like, oh yeah, I made $5,000, so cool. And the guy hits me up. He's like, look into Safemoon. I was like, okay, fine. So I looked into Safemoon. A couple of days later, I looked into Safemoon. And then I look into it and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Tokenomics, that's pretty cool. All these things were like really interesting about it. And basically what I'm happening is I want to tell everybody. And my wife was like, dude, just make a YouTube channel and just do videos and go talk to those people. Like, I don't want to hear anymore. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I made a video, not thinking anything, just thinking, hey, I'll just make a video, no big deal. I'll think like 100 people and maybe, we'll have a look, whatever. And then it started getting like crazier and bigger and bigger and bigger. But I mean, that's basically how I got into all this.
Well, we love your contributions to the space. Sorry, I had to unmute myself there. We love your contributions to the space. I think you have been a massive impact on not only the Safemoon community, but on the development team and everything. So I feel like you don't really see Safemoon without seeing Safemoon Joe right there with his videos talking about the project and hyping people up. Even on the dips, when people are panicking, I feel like they go to you as the kind of their hype man to get them excited and to prevent them from selling their back. So it's awesome to see you and your contributions to the space. So it's awesome to have you here on the channel. Crypto Control, kind of just briefly go over kind of what brought you into Safemoon and then what brought you to go from an Safemoon investor to a content creator.
Yeah, my story is actually vastly different. I started with Doge, invested a little bit in Doge, and I was, I'm just kidding. I was looking to make a YouTube channel around doing crypto, and I was looking for a new crypto. I didn't want to get in one that was like already big, and I found Safemoon and fell in love with it and started making content around it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you for coming in and joining in on the space here. To kind of go over mine, for those that are new to my channel that are watching in, basically the rundown for how I got into it is I've been in crypto for about 5 or 6 years now. Mostly just Bitcoin. I was a college kid at the time. So for me, my investments was like $10, $20, because that's all I could afford, right? Because I was this broke college kid who was eating ramen noodles every night. And so those were my contributions at the time. And then over time, I just kind of started learning bit by bit. I started college as a computer science major, eventually moved over to finance, and then eventually over to getting my degree in Portuguese and linguistics. So that was kind of my background there. And I got into Safemoon because I saw a post about it on Reddit, and I saw another post about it on TikTok, and I figured I'd look into it, see what that specific project was about. Immediately fell in love with it, loved the tokenomics prospects and kind of the direction it was going. Bought a bag of it, hoping to just kind of sell it after a good 10x. And then went and watched the first AMA with the development team and saw just what they were doing and what they'd planned to do, and they sold me. So I ended up doubling my bag and just kind of went with it from there. And then as far as me becoming a content creator, the funny part about it was after the initial Doge rise, I had tons of family and friends that knew about me talking about crypto because I always talk about it because it's one of my passions. And they reached out to me like, how do I buy this Doge coin, this dog coin? How do I get in on, these different projects? And so I was texting people daily, like 2 hours a day, just texting and trying to explain to people how to download Binance and how to, sign up for that, or how to get onto crypto.com and all these different places to get them signed up. And I thought, man, it'd be so much easier if I could just like record myself saying this and then just send it to them so that I don't have to explain like the same basic stuff over and over again. And I'm like, well, that's not plausible, right? Because then I'm having this 10-minute video on my phone. I'm trying to send this through email. Asking for their email. That's clunky. So I said, oh, I'm an idiot. Why don't I just upload a YouTube video? And then I could just send them the YouTube link and they can just watch that. So my channel actually started off being called Man on the Moon. It was kind of a joke. It wasn't supposed to be serious. If you watch my outro, it's like me singing with my face on the moon and stuff because I was just messing around. And just made a couple of videos going over the basics of crypto and just fell in love with Safemoon even more after we got more information about it. And decided to start doing videos on different projects, and my Safemoon videos just exploded. So I just started making more content specifically about Safemoon, and then of course moved over into other projects as well. So I do everything, not just Safemoon, but Safemoon is where my heart is, and so that's why most of my videos end up being about Safemoon, even though I touch on other stuff. So now that we've kind of gone over an introduction into everybody and kind of where we came from and what brought us in to be content creators, let's kind of just talk about the general state of Safemoon. So there was a big thing that just came out with Safemoon with what happened with Bitmart. And that's been a big point of concern for a lot of holders with what happened there. Does anyone want to kind of touch on what happened there and kind of their thoughts on Bitmart and its connection with Safemoon and the recent poll we saw there?
Hey, Brandy, you want to see Adam's cat? Adam, my girlfriend really loves your hairless cat. Like, she absolutely loves it. Anyway, sorry. She's like looking at it. Anyways, I ADD'd hardcore. So first and foremost, let's all take a moment and respect how our AMAs go versus how Bitmart's AMAs go. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say to that.
I have a great question that we could start off on if nobody has anything.
Go for it, man.
Go for it.
All right, cool. So there's a debate going back and forth, especially after this hack of DeFi against centralized exchanges, and centralized exchanges suck, and it's the worst thing in the world. And Adam, you're an idiot. You don't know anything for ever putting your money on an exchange. Fantastic. I counter this to everybody, and I would say that 90% of the people that got into Safemoon somehow got into Dogecoin, right? Or 80%, let's say. Of that percentage, 90% bought it on centralized exchange. I don't know a single person that bought Dogecoin decentralized. So out of everybody that said they bought Dogecoin, raise your hand if you bought it on an exchange somehow or another. Right? Everybody. There you go. Fantastic. So is it fair to say that if central exchanges were not around, you guys wouldn't have channels because you would have never bought Doge, you would have never bought nothing, right? Like, or is it fair to say you guys wouldn't even get into crypto? Or not you guys, like in general, like is it fair to say that? So,
that's a fair statement, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like clowning centralized exchanges, and they're like, oh, they suck and this and that, and they have no place. And I keep trying to explain to people, centralized exchanges is what brings exposure, because of the 90% that bought it on exchanges, 90% bought it on Robinhood or Coinbase. And the second we're listed on a huge exchange, the price is going to shoot up. And without Bitmart, which I still give a lot of credit to Bitmart for rocking with us in the beginning, and they're fixing their problems, personal feelings aside, they're the reason why Safemoon's price went up. Not the only reason, but a huge reason why Safemoon's price went up. That's all I wanted to say, and what you guys think about that. I'm just saying, don't hate on centralized exchanges. The goal, in my personal opinion, of crypto is to put centralized finance on a decentralized platform. There's super good exchanges out there, and I guess Bitmart is a good exchange too, right? If they fix everything that happened, I won't be using them, but technically, right? What do you guys think?
You have to talk about as well the ease of buying crypto on a centralized exchange. I mean, it's not easy to navigate PancakeSwap indexes and, download MetaMask and what is this Trust Wallet thing and, to connect to dApps. And it's not straightforward. You need to kind of have a bit of knowledge, and you need to kind of watch a couple tutorials versus, yes, downloading a Coinbase or crypto.com. I mean, okay, like, yeah, my username, password, my KYC stuff. Like, it's very straightforward. So I don't think centralized exchanges are going to be going anywhere because it is the easiest way to onboard new holders of tokens. My first token, Cardano, I bought on crypto.com. And, it was a very straightforward process. But, to your point, yes, to somehow bridge centralized exchanges in a decentralized way would probably be the future. Because the good saying, I mean, not your keys, not your crypto. If you don't technically have the keys to the wallet, then you don't really own that crypto, which, we saw the effect of that when it came to the Bitmart hack.
Yeah, I was going to say that centralized exchanges definitely have a purpose and a place, and I feel like for the beginner, it's a much easier platform. I remember when I got into cryptocurrency 5 or 6 years ago, there was really a very limited amount of like options when it came to apps and things to buy crypto, and they were very clunky. They didn't work very well. I remember that was back in the day, was Coinbase was really the only good option for an app that you could buy crypto on, and it was super clunky. It was hard to use. I had to like look up videos online of like even how to function that app and make it work. And I feel like that app alone has come such a long way to become way more user-friendly and easier to just kind of download and just set up things so you can just go ahead and deposit and connect your bank account and then make purchases. So centralized exchanges definitely help people not only in the crypto space, but they help people in move from the crypto space on the big exchanges and on the big things like Bitcoin and Ethereum to move into DeFi. It's kind of like the gateway drug into DeFi is those centralized exchanges buying into those initial Cardano ADA. You've got all the other major projects that bring people into the space and then move over. And I feel like Dogecoin was probably one of the biggest drivers recently of new investors because they all heard about the massive rise of Dogecoin. It was a meme, it was a joke, so it was less intimidating. And so people wanted to buy into that. And then once they got their hands on some Dogecoin on a centralized exchange, they moved forward.
Get that dude out, Jay Clark, y'all. Get him out. He be talking mad ish for no reason.
Okay.
Jay Clark, y'all. He's just fudding. Ain't nobody wants to see that. It's your room, but I'm just saying. All he does is talk shit in there. He thinks as I have the apple juice out. I don't know, but I'm gonna get the ratchet out and click back.
We'll have to get some moderators on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. No, that was the end of my statement. So, kind of what your guys' thoughts are on that. I'm like we mentioned before. I think some of you even were introduced because of Dogecoin into the space. So that was kind of your gateway drug into crypto, and obviously you've taken to it because you're now a content creator, right? So.
Yeah, I was big in the stocks for a while, so I was really getting into all the electric car stocks. I was getting into NIO, I was getting into XPIN, I was getting into Tesla, and I saw them rising up, and I was following. I'm really into technology. I really want an electric car. That's my next goal. And so I saw Elon Musk. I knew he was talking about crypto before he even mentioned Doge, and I saw that they listed it on Robinhood, and I was like, man, this is so cheap. Let me just throw in a few $100 into it and see if anything happens. And at the end of December, it just shot up. So I really do like centralized exchanges because the ease of purchasing it. I think it actually is good in a way. I know it's bad because it can get hacked and they can lose it. But I mean, look at how Bitmark came up and said, you know what, we're going to make sure no one loses anything. We're going to take care of everything. I like your cat touching your chest. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I think they're important. I know a lot of people are scared of, because of what happened at Bitmark, but they're taking care of their people. They're making sure that they're all taken care of. But you know what? People get robbed even on DeFi. You know, they get tricked into giving out their seed phrases, and then their wallets are empty. And there is no one to back you up when you make a mistake like that and you give out your seed phrase. So in a way, central exchanges are good. So don't always look at them in a negative light. I think there is a place for them, just like everything. But use a combination between central exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and cold wallets, and I think you'll be a lot safer.
Yeah, I just want to say centralized exchanges are, I mean, it's a gateway for a lot of people to get involved in crypto. And I think the most important thing about anyone in crypto is it's hard, it's confusing, and people just right there just put the wall up. But if there's an easier way to get involved, then that's the way for everybody to go, okay, now I'm in the door. What's DeFi? What's tokenomics? What's all this stuff? And if they could get in the door, that's all we really need. So, I mean, the more easier it is, I think the better for everybody to walk in. The minute they're in, then we can, those individuals can now break down what they want to do and what they want to look into. So I do definitely think they have a huge purpose, at least just for getting people even in the door. So that's really my, I think that's really my my thoughts on them. I think they're really, really important for even just showing people what it could be, because like I said, it's not easy looking at the crypto. When you had to buy Bitcoin years ago, it was a pain. And now it's infinitely easier by creating something as simple as an account and just, hopefully getting your debit card through MoonPay and Simplex in order to figure out which crypto you want to buy. It's a lot more better than it was before. And hopefully as time goes on, it gets better and easier. Because the minute it's simple and easy to use, everyone can use it. I mean, it's like the iPhone. iPhone does so much stuff, but it's easy. Anyone can pick it up. Kids can pick it up and use it. But yet people can create apps using this kind of technology. So I think it's really important for that. I think any exchange needs to focus on that.
100% agree with that. Like you said, it's that gateway drug for a lot of people because crypto is infinitely complex. And I feel like it's, for someone who's been in crypto for a while, I'm like, it's not that complex. And then you go to explain it to someone who knows absolutely nothing, right? They don't know the lingo, they don't know anything. And it's like, yeah, so blockchain. They're like, what's a blockchain? And you're like, oh, like we got to go from like round one on like everything about what this is. And so it's already a large learning curve to just get into cryptocurrency, let alone now that you kind of know the basics of what it is, now I have to go through and like basically fight through how to even buy this, which is a big kind of barrier for a lot of people even want to hop in. So these centralized exchanges make it so much simpler for people to hop in, get a little bit of a feel for the space, understand it a little bit better on those larger market cap coins. And then once they got that feel, then they can move over into DEXs and learn how to get on Trust Wallet, MetaMask, our Safemoon wallet and these other places once they've had a little bit of a taste of how to get in and buy some Bitcoin and other stuff. Because if you go to someone, you're like, yeah, I know nothing about crypto, but you need to go buy this token because it's on this chain. And then you need to go ahead and swap it for this token because it lives on that chain. They're like, I don't know what a chain is. I don't know what swap is. I don't know what any of this is. And so this is confusing. I know I don't want to do it anymore. And so I feel like it's a big barrier for entry for a lot of people, especially people that are, of the older generation who are already not as tech savvy. And you want to tell these people now that they're going to buy these, what they call imaginary coins, because they don't understand how they function and work. And so when you say that, and then you give them all these complicated ways of how they need to purchase, it's a big turnoff for a lot of people. Crypto Control, kind of what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you guys said it perfectly. It's just a great way to introduce people into it. And another great thing about it is that, a lot of the centralized exchanges will try to make sure you get your money back, where if that happens in DeFi, for the most part, you're never going to see that money again. There's only like one project I know of where like they're making an effort to try to pay people back for a hack that happened. So.
And I think this is a very good segue to kind of talk specifically about Safemoon, because Safemoon Exchange is kind of that hybrid we're looking for when it comes to a centralized, decentralized exchange. This is an exchange built on a DeFi product. And obviously it's going to function when it comes to any and every token they hold on there, offering tokenomics. You hold your Bitcoin, you get more Bitcoin. You hold Ethereum, you get more Ethereum. I think that concept alone is very incredible. And I'm sure there's more features that we don't even know about because, based off of SafeMoon's, history, they kind of release little details, but they don't really give us the entire picture. I know SafeMoon Joe has done very well. You're doing some work undercover trying to find out about these little details, and he's found quite a few hints. So shout out to you for actually going deep and investigating. But yeah, I'm very excited for the exchange, because I feel like it's going to bring a different opportunity and experience for the market. And people who, like me, I don't hold anything on a centralized exchange, nothing. Everything is on decentralized wallets or staking or on a dApp somewhere, right? And, if I could have an exchange that does what I need it to do, and with Safemoon security, it's really going to, in my opinion, change the centralized space, because now you have, two of the best worlds, right? DeFi, decentralized finance and everything. And then you have decentralized exchanges, bringing that together into one platform. I think it's going to be incredible.
I 100% agree, and that's kind of something we actually haven't touched on yet, is how is the Safemoon exchange going to impact Safemoon specifically? Because we talked about how centralized exchanges have a major impact in bringing people on board, but how do you guys feel the Safemoon exchange is going to do as far as the Safemoon project and bringing people into that project?
I mean, I think it's going to bring a ton of people on. I mean, just the thought of tokenomics and cryptonomics on an exchange, I mean, people are going to go nuts over it. Knowing that they can hold something that typically you wouldn't gain more somewhere else unless you staked it, I think it's going to just change the way the game is played. I think everyone's going to start jumping onto this, unless it's something patented that no one else can take right now. I think it's really going to blow up. I think it's going to be the one spot that everyone's going to go to, just because that whole idea is so big compared to any other exchange. And I think that's why I'm so excited about it. And I think a lot of people that are holding Safemoon right now, they know that as well. So they're all excited about it. And I know we want the developers to get it out as soon as possible, because we want to see that, money come cha-chinging in. But we got to make sure when they deliver it right. It doesn't have security flaws that no one's going to get in and steal your money. We want to make sure that it is, done right, has easy to navigate, easy to set up, and it's really secure. And I think it's going to be huge. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it's going to be the number one exchange very shortly after release.
I agree. Number one.
100%. And before we get to the exchange, though, we're looking at V2 releasing sometime this year, which, with it being this year, we've got just a few minutes left. Right?
Bro, that sounds so bad. Sometime this year. Bro, that sounds so bad.
But so what is your guys' predictions? I know that obviously we're not saying that this is the case, but what is your guys' predictions of when we can realistically see a V2 launch? We know that we've seen the contract out, we've seen the burn wallet move over. What were your thoughts, Moon Boy?
My prediction was 2 weeks ago. So, and also we're here, it's not out. So I have no idea. I've kind of heard that, going back to Bitmart, Bitmart would probably wait before giving the Safemoon funds back after V2. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of what I've been hearing. We have one more Safemoon Sunday before the end of the year, which is actually this Sunday coming now. It would be bullish to drop it Saturday. It would be, based off what we know is done. We can actually see the contract on the on the BSC scan. So we know it's there, we know it's available, we know it's been deployed. They say everything is done, everything is completed, the exchange is done. Everything's for the most part completed, but it's that migration process of actually consolidating your tokens over. And that UI fix that's going to be in the Safemoon wallet as well as the website as well when you connect to your DApp. So I guess it's just, right now there's working on a little final tuning, but I would love this weekend. I think next week, but I hope Saturday before the AMA, that'll be awesome.
What are your thoughts, Joe? What do you think when V2 we'll see a launch of V2 here?
As soon as possible. If it happens right now, I think they just slap that update right now. Like I don't think they can afford to wait any longer. If they have it available right now, I mean, strategically, Saturday is the best. Strategically, it's 100% the best because then you got the hype, everyone's excited, and you go right into Safemoon Sunday. I mean, that's really like great timing. But I think the Safemoon team, if I had to guess, they want to get out as fast as possible, because it's like it's like a pot filled with water boiling up. Like everyone's freaking, everyone wants it, and every single day, everyone wants it's like today, every single day. And that's been going on for weeks, for months. So I think the second they have a chance to just release it, I think they should. I think it's smart to release it. Obviously, give a couple of updates. Make them check out Ardanas' educational, where he can explain it more in detail. And then say on Sunday, we'll go over everything and give you guys a heads up on all that. But I think that the sooner the better. And right now, it sounds pretty good to me. I think it's as soon as they can do it, just launch it out there. When ready, of course, when 100% ready.
Yeah, we definitely want to make sure the launch goes well, unlike what we had, unfortunately, with the wallet, right? So I feel like this development team, in my personal opinion, has gotten a lot of flack from the fudders about the way that things have gone in the past. But to me, what I've seen is that every time there has been a mistake made, there has been almost an instant correction to those mistakes. They make a mistake, they're right on top of getting that solved, making sure that it's not happening again, and improving and actually listening to the community. So I feel like they've done an awesome job with that. And so we as investors may be anticipating this V2 launch. We're really excited to see it come out and to be a part of that. But I feel like they've learned from the past, and they want to make sure that like every I is dotted, every T is crossed. So when this does launch, it is as smooth as butter, and we can all enjoy it without wondering about, this breaking or that breaking or this not functioning as intended. So I understand their hesitation, but I agree. As soon as that's ready and they've crossed those T's and they've dotted those I's, let's see this out, because I think it's good for all of us because we're all excited for it.
It's nice that they're going to release it when there's actually an uptrend, a little bit of a bull market, because I feel like if the market is going up, Safemoon is going down. If the market is going down, Safemoon is going down. It's just like, this is like Safemoon is like this and whoop, and then it's like whoop, whoop. And it's like every time we have a momentum, the momentum gets stifled somehow. Somehow our momentum stops. So it'll be really cool to put something out when we actually have momentum with the rest of the crypto market. So I'm thankful for that.
One of the things that chat's bringing up is the backpack. I don't know if you guys remember this a while ago. This would have been, was this 2 months ago? We got the backpack with the goodies on it. Yep, and we got 12. I think it was 12.9. I looked earlier today.
12.9, yeah, it is.
Yeah, 12.9, and that is 2 days from now. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that whatever that was has been moved because of all the other delays that we saw, or do you guys feel like maybe that is the launch of the V2?
I think they might be doing it on Christmas. I mean, they did say they were wrapping it for us. So, it was that a hint saying we're going to give it to you on Christmas? We're wrapping your gift. I don't know, because I always look into stuff like that. Did they word it like that on purpose, that they're going to give us a little Christmas present? Is that what they're planning on doing? I hope they deliver it on the 9th, but I know there is a rocket launch on the 9th, a SpaceX rocket going up. Maybe that has something to do with it. We do know that 1958 was the same year that they released the first satellite in the U.S., so that might have something to do with the rocket launch and the satellite. But if they do release it on the 9th, that's a hell of a they plan that well out in advance. And I know they said they don't like to give out dates, but they did say we're wrapping it for you. And if they give it to us on Christmas, they better put a friggin' bow on it, so because I don't like unwrapping a gift without a bow. So I hope it's pretty when we get it.
They're, in my opinion, they're definitely spinning this and doing damage control. So whenever the day is going to come out, that was not the actual day. So they could either play it off and be like, oh, we always planned to do 12.9, look at the backpack. No, because they're going to control the narrative. Christmas also wasn't the day. Every day they're going to put it out, they're going to say, you see, this is what we were planning. But that's not a fact. And I think everybody knows that. But I'll play the narrative. If it comes out, I'll play the narrative anyways.
Well, perfect. Don't ever speak at once. Well, kind of moving over to another topic here for you guys, just looking at what the chat's saying here. If you were to go to somebody that was totally new to crypto, they just became an early investor, they just joined in on the project, into Dogecoin or what have you, what would be your selling point as a content creator, as an investor in Safemoon to get people into this project?
I always tell people tokenomics, man. Even though everyone knows here that Safemoon wasn't the original, but they are the ones that really got it going publicly and stuff like that. But I always show people tokenomics. The longer you hold, the more you have. And that's why that was a big feature that I really wanted in the wallet, was because it's so easy to show people, right? Hey, look how much tokens I've gotten just for holding Safemoon. And people are gonna be like, wait, what? And then you can kind of segue that into something like, but then we're about to release our own exchange, which will have cryptonomics, right? So you're gonna have all the tokens, all the coins that you want, put it in that exchange, and you're gonna get reflections off of it. I'm still really interested to see how this technology is gonna work. That's all I'm interested in. How are we gonna get more Bitcoin for holding Bitcoin in there? How are we gonna get more Ethereum for holding Ethereum in there? So I'm really, really interested. This chat literally cracks me up, man.
Who's gonna sacrifice 5 or 10% of their taxes on this panel to put in their money?
For what?
You have 100,000 in Bitcoin right now.
Okay.
You put it into the exchange and lose 5 to 10%? Honestly, I know my answer. Be honest.
Am I going to put it? Not right away. Not right away. I need to see it, right? But if it performs, absolutely, I'll dump my Bitcoin in there.
So you're willing to take a 5 to 10% loss on your Bitcoin?
If it's going to outperform it in the long run, absolutely.
But how would you ever know that?
Okay, so you're talking out of 100 G's, I'm going to take a $10,000 cut.
Yes. In hopes. So if you're an early adopter, right? Devil's advocate. If you put it in, so if you wait, let's say a year to see if it's going to work, the people that put it in the beginning are going to be getting your cryptonomics, right? Off of the Bitcoin you just put in. But if you get in early and take a chance, right? Same like Safemoon, then whoever's buying for the next year, you're going to beat that 10%, right? So you need to get in as early as possible to outwin that 10%, right?
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know. That's a tough call. That's a lot of money.
$10,000 of Bitcoin is definitely a lot of money.
or whatever number you have, whether you, let's say your whole bag, whether you have 1,000, 10,000, $1 million, 100 grand. I don't know, man. Taking a 10% shave is or 5% shave, it's Moonboy, are you gonna invest your $874,000 Cardano fortune into the crypto? Look, he's like this fucking idiot. That's 900,000. So go fuck yourself.
No, I mean, just like RG, I'm very interested to see how it functions and how they pay you more Bitcoin by holding. Is it actually the fact that they turn every token into a tax transaction token? Does that transfer incur a 5 to 10%? We don't even know if that's facts right there.
Yeah, we don't know what it is right now, right? Yeah. I don't think they're just going to be like, boom, here comes the exchange. Whatever you hold, you get more cryptonomics. I'm pretty sure they're going to release a lot of metrics, a lot of analytics along with it. Like for holding Bitcoin or for holding anything, you get 1 to 2% X amount of time, right? And then that'll give us a better outlook and a better picture of whether or not it is worth it to put in the 10%. But I don't think it's going to be like blind shades like, hey, I'm going to put it in here. We haven't seen anything. They released exchange. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I think they're going to definitely release a lot of information on it. They're going to release a lot of information on cryptonomics, especially since we have the patent on it. And so, it'll give us a better idea and a better lay of the land, right? When they give us information on cryptonomics. As of right now, it's all speculation. If you're like, listen, RJ, if you're Adam, if I told you 100 G's into the Safemoon exchange, we don't know what the heck it yields. Are you going to do it? It's tough to say, right?
Absolutely. I have no idea. But in theory, right, and it's all speculation, in theory, the more people that use the exchange of that specific asset that you have, whether it's whatever crypto you have, that's how you're going to end up getting more tokenomics. So like, let's say you're the first person to put in that Bitcoin and nobody ever puts in that Bitcoin after you. So that means that you asked out on your first 10% or 5% or whatever number that is. However, If you put it in right away and everybody starts dumping in their Bitcoin in there, then you golden. You doubling up. You know what I mean? That 10% is nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's all speculation.
What if instead of taxing every single coin, it's based off of the trading volume and it's based off of the trading fees? Maybe they're going to have mechanics in place to where when you swap specific Bitcoin or whatever you want to do, swap your BNB pairing to Bitcoin, the tax fee or the trading fee that's involved there, does a portion that go back towards holders. And if you have a bunch of swapping every single day between other assets to Bitcoin or Ethereum, that can be a lot of profit for a lot of people. So it could be based off of centralized trading fees, or maybe Safemoon itself, maybe portions of our tokenomics go towards the overall exchange. I don't see them taxing all the coins. I don't think that's going to be appealing off the bat, right? Yeah. I mean, 10 grand cut off of 100 grand. It kind of sucks. I mean, I dropped 40 grand on Safemoon and I had to eat that 10%. That was not enough fun.
I was gonna. I made a comment on your video too. I was like, I was so tempted. I was like, so if Moonboy Boy, you remember that comment, right? And I do you remember I wrote it and I'm like very specific. I was like, you have the record for now.
Hey, so I matched Dave Portnoy for I guess the biggest number up there, right? So Dave actually did a 40 grand, but I should have did like 41,000 or $4,001, just kind of be the bigger one. But I actually bought thinking V2 was like that weekend, so I was like, all right before V2, fill my bags. Nope, the V2 still not here, so bad timing on my part. But yeah, we just don't know how that's going to function. And like I say, I don't think it's appealing to tax all the coins and just have everyone pay 5-10%. I feel like over time that's probably going to be the norm. But to begin with that, to have all these big money investors who have been holding their Bitcoin on all these cool wallets or wherever they're storing it, to say, oh, hold your Bitcoin over here, but wait, 10%. So if I have $1 million in Bitcoin, that's 100 grand. Are you drunk? It's not. I don't think it's going to be too appealing off the bat.
But those exchange fees that you were talking about, that makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
I would be cool for that. I would be cool for something like that. I will put it in, and if there's like a small fee, like a % fee or something on all exchanges, or 0.5% or something like this, then I would be cool for something like that.
There also is another theory out there that besides buying in and paying that fee, that Safemoon will be doing the validation for these blockchains, and by doing so, they would be getting rewarded with the miner fees that are the miner rewards. And then with the miner rewards, by using the validation process of the blockchain, they would be rewarding those rewards to the people that are holding those cryptos on the exchange. So if you do it that way, if they're using their blockchain to validate for Bitcoin or for Ethereum using bridges in that, Adam would know a lot, probably more about this than I would, because he's a lot more advanced in the blockchain era. But if you do that and you reward that, that's something other exchanges can't do. That's not, because another exchange can come in and say, yeah, we're going to tax you 10% coming in, 5% coming in, and leaving as well. And they can all just bring on cryptonomics on their exchange just like that. But if you do something revolutionary to the point where you're using Safemoon's blockchain to do the validations, where the blockchain's getting the mining rewards, and you use that to pay out to the people that are actually holding those cryptocurrencies on your exchange, I don't think anyone's going to be able to do that right away. And I think that's what makes it so awesome about having an exchange that would work like that. Now, I'm not 100% on this, but some people did give me information on this, and we'll see how it plays out.
I think an important thing to look at when we're looking at the exchange is volume. That's our most important metric when it comes to Safemoon as the token, but it's probably going to also be the most important metric when we're looking at the exchange as well. So depending on the level of volume that we're seeing through this exchange is going to dictate what we're going to see as far as ROI when it comes to the tokens that we put into the exchange. So if the exchange does as well as a lot of us believe it's going to be, if it's going to even be in the top 5 of exchanges, the level of volume that'll be going through that exchange will probably be well worth any 10% or even 5% fee that you would see, because the window of growth in that, because realistically, when you're talking a 10% fee, you're actually talking about a 20% fee, because you're talking 10 in and then you're talking 10 out, right, when you cash out. So you're going to actually double whatever that fee is. So if it's 5%, that's actually 10%, because you got to buy in or put it in, and then you got to take it back out. So whatever that fee is, my feeling on it is, if we're seeing the volume that we're going to expect to see with all the products that Safemoon is going to offer and with the benefits the exchange will offer people, we're going to see a lot of volume because the early people that get in, more people will hear about it, they'll get in, and then that will pay those people. And then when those people feel like they've hit an adequate level that they want to cash out, whether it's because we see a massive spike in the price of that coin or token, or because they've seen enough growth from the cryptonomics that the exchange provides and they want to pull back out, then that's going to basically benefit the next level of people that came in after them. So as the people are cashing out, the new people are moving in, and there's just going to be a cycle. So it's going to be dictated a lot upon, in my opinion, the volume we see throughout the exchange and not necessarily the fees and other things there. So I feel like in the long run, it's going to pay out. The question is, how long does it take for it to pay out, right? So if volume's super low, then yeah, that might take 3 or 5 years before you're going to ever see enough return to even make that worth it. But if it has really high volume, I mean, it could be a month and you're already well past that. So I think volume is going to be the biggest indicator for us as far as what we can expect as far as if the exchange is going to be something that's going to be attractive to investors. And if it does have that track record of high volume and bringing people in, it's going to be hyperbolic because people will see that it works. They'll want in on that, which will make it more, which will bring more volume. And then it will be that habitual cycle, which is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I think it really dictates on how much volume can we get into it initially and how much volume can we hold. Because if we can hold a steady volume and investors can see that, it's a no-brainer to put your money into it, regardless if the fee's 20% or if it's 5%, because it will make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, that makes sense. If you got the volume and you could, offset those fees for sure.
So Adam, did you give us your answer? Are you going to transfer your money?
No. No. That's my answer.
And let's be honest. I mean, I'm probably going to create some haters here. Safemoon is better than BNB. It is better than the Binance coin. And I think when Binance debuted with their exchange, I think they debuted it, what was it, like $900 million in volume day one, right? And then they over time increased the volume, and now they're at billions of dollars in 24-hour volume. And Safemoon, the community is way larger than whatever Binance had at the time. So us launching with this community, with all the hype, I feel like the delays might actually have built more hype for this because now it's just so highly anticipated. Like we're all just on the edge, just like when. It's probably just going to have massive FOMO. Like volume day one, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be really drunk. So I feel like, just based off of what Binance has done, and Safemoon is kind of, in my opinion, whatever, a better Binance. Like it is. Like, come on, what's wrong with you?
Did you say you were gonna get hate for saying Safemoon is better than Binance?
I mean, hey, people love Binance, people love BNB. Like we're on the Binance Smart Chain. People love Safemoon, but are they all in on Safemoon like us? Maybe not. So if any BNB boards are out there, I apologize, not really. But yeah, so if you follow what Binance did, then I think day one volume is going to be incredible, and whatever portion of that is given to overall cryptos on the exchange holding for more of that specific coin, then I think that's the way it should function versus taxing people.
Joe, what are your thoughts on this?
I was trying to unmute myself, my keyboard wasn't working. This is, the exchange is something we still don't fully know yet. We got an understanding, like we know cryptonomics, but we really don't know what they're looking to do. The Safemoon team has came on and said, hey, listen, you guys know about 15%. And as that day goes on, every day, every other day, the next week, we know less and less. That number shrinks more as they do more. CEO came out and said we're always trying to find more use cases. So I think with the exchange, even though we have an idea of the exchange and how it will work with, ideally with cryptonomics, there could be a lot of things that their team has just talked about and said, like we talked about percentages tonight, and how much percentage would it be if you put X crypto in the exchange? They could modify that percentage. They go, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll take that away and we'll change it around. We have zero idea, and I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to, is hearing those AMAs from the dev team about the exchange and how that's going to work, because that's going to create a huge conversation, not just for us as Safemoon holders, but for other cryptos that want to get involved with us as well.
In terms of Binance, like you said, Binance was fantastic for what it was, right? Just like Ethereum was fantastic for what it was. When Ethereum came out, it was revolutionary. Binance came out like a second Ethereum, right? But in terms of actual blockchain capabilities, Binance is just okay. It's just okay. The transactions per second is decent, but for real world utility, Binance can't compete with some of the better technologies out there, like a Solana or a Algorand. So it'll be really cool, as you said, Moonboy. It'll be really cool to see what we're gonna get. It seems interesting, and I know a lot of people are saying this 3,000 transactions per second. That's not happening. It's not gonna be. It's 3,000 transactions for the exchange, is what Papa was saying. I don't think people understand, and 3,000 transactions per second would make us the greatest blockchain in the world. It's not happening. It's not like people have billion-dollar teams with all-star everybody, and they're not coming up with that. So that would be, and I hope I'm wrong, but if we get even a third of that, if we get 500 transactions per second, 1,000 transactions per second, we'll be top-notch. Binance is like 100, if I'm not mistaken.
Safemoon said 3,000 transactions simultaneously, so faster than a second, because within a second there's still time, right? So based off of simultaneously, I mean, you would think that they can actually cover quite a bit of transactions.
But he wasn't talking about
beyond the
blockchain.
3,000.
He was talking about he was talking about the exchange. Papa said exchange, not so. Let's remove exchange is one thing. That's fine. I don't care about that. That's irrelevant. 3,000 is needed. That just means you can cover everybody using it. I'm talking about specifically the blockchain and how fast the blockchain is. So the only technology out there that can get over, multiple thousands and these crazy numbers theoretically of 5 digits and above is DAG technology, which Papa says we're not going to be doing DAG technology. And nobody really does. There's only a handful of projects that do, which doesn't mean we can't get a fantastic blockchain, but I don't see us getting 3,000 per second unless I'm completely lost. And a lot of people are swearing that's what he said. But then other people are like, no, he said the exchange can handle 3,000 transactions, the exchange, but not the blockchain. And I remember exchange too. What do you guys remember?
I remember the 3,000 transactions simultaneously was on the exchange, but I could have a bad memory on that. As far as the blockchain goes, I don't know if there's been definitive statements on that, but if anyone on the panel knows about that, just correct me.
I don't recall.
Crypto Control, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess it's a kind of what I think about it is, kind of with any token or project is for them to, create something real that's actually useful and then to, promote it. So one thing, I guess kind of like what Joe was saying is a lot of it seems to be unknown. And it's a lot of guessing on what the percentage is going to be is, and maybe you guys can answer this because I'm not sure, but is it going to be that all the volume contributes to all the tokens that are on there so that even if you're holding like Bitcoin on the exchange, that the volume from Safemoon on it will also contribute to buying reflections for the Bitcoin holders on the exchange?
Does anyone want to answer that?
Does anybody know that? Like, I don't know. Or is it like only if you get Bitcoin, only the people buying Bitcoin contributes to itself? I'm not sure. So
yeah,
so,
I wasn't looking. So I was just doing a quick Reddit search. So the official thing was Safemoon blockchain boasts 3,000 transactions simultaneously. Safemoon devs are keen to point out that the blockchain will be capable of 3,000 simultaneous transactions, not per second. They also mentioned they will be pushing this number higher. So
it's insane.
So Crypto Control, just to make sure I understood what you were asking, you're asking about the exchange if the people that are going to receive basically reflections are just holders of that crypto. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like I guess I just didn't know if we had anything official on that yet. I've been kind of out of the loop for the past 2 weeks, if anybody is aware of that. But yeah, I just didn't know, like, because it would be like, people can stake their, crypto. So it'd have to be like, it would have to be something that would draw people to say, oh, it's going to do better over there. And I would think that if it's all the volume possibly contributing to all the holders, no matter what token you're holding on that exchange, that'll contribute to that it might allow for kind of what Adam was talking about with people wanting to move their Bitcoin over because, they'll actually be gaining Bitcoin. So
from what I understand with the cryptonomics, how that'll work is there's kind of two sectors there. So the first to address is it's going to be probably based upon the weight of the wallet, just like it is with the regular Safemoon token reflections. So I did a really big deep dive video on this, kind of really digging into how the reflections work on a mechanical level. And so it's completely dictated upon the weight of your wallet, and that's probably how they're going to work on the actual exchange. So if you hold Bitcoin, the weight of your wallet won't be measured against the broader market of Bitcoin, but against the Bitcoin within the exchange itself. So let's just say there's, a million Bitcoins that are, or that's a too high number, probably like 100,000 Bitcoin in the exchange. Then whatever percentage of that you hold will be the percentage of reflections you receive from the cryptonomics. So if you hold 0 Bitcoin in the exchange, you're not going to get reflections of Bitcoin because you don't hold anything. So therefore you don't get any percentage of those reflections. And so it'll probably be dictated completely upon your weight of your wallet or your bag inside the exchange itself for whichever project that you hold, and the volume within the exchange for that specific project. So that's kind of how that would work. So it wouldn't be from the broader market, but it would be from within the exchange, and then the weight of your wallet within that specific exchange.
Yeah. And from my perspective, and maybe somebody else can speak to this, but like that doesn't seem as appealing as if there was a way to take all the holders based on how much you hold on the exchange, based on all the volume on the exchange, and then buy everybody based on what they're holding on the exchange and redistribute it. But I feel like that's a lot more enticing, but I don't know what the official thing is. So.
Yeah, I don't think we have an official word yet on it. So, I mean, that's my speculation just based on how tokenomics work with Safemoon, and because that's basically how they function. So I would imagine that's how they would work it on the exchange, but we don't have any definitive word on that. If anyone else has heard anything or has talked to the development team about that or gotten any word from that, feel free to dispute it. But as far as I know, publicly, that's all that they've announced so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty hush-hush about it.
Well, perfect, guys. Do you guys want to move over to Super Chats?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's
Awesome.
do
So
it.
here's the first Super Chat that we got today. It was by Mitch. He says, just a shrimp that enjoys all of these channels. So thank you, Mitch, for the $2 on that one. Let's go ahead and go through a few of these as I load them in. We got another one here from Satoshi Safemoon Bet saying, let's support our YouTubers, guys. Smash the like and share in Twitter and Facebook, please.
Appreciate it, brother.
For the $5. Let's see. Give me 1 second to scroll through these here and get to the next one. We got one here from Dan. Yo, Safemoon Tim needs to get with John on making that Safemoon documentary.
I can't take on another one. Too many.
So is your documentaries, are they crypto related, or are they totally like its own thing?
Yeah, they're not crypto related at all. They are historical documentaries. There's some super rich guy that wants me to do like a doc. I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm doing like a profile piece on one guy, and another one's for a historical society. Another one's on like a huge storm that wiped out the country in the 70s.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, Split the Wig says, what do you know? I'm sure that's a nod to Safemoon Joe there. And let's take a look here at some other ones here that we got. If you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to send them in on those super chats. We'll get those answered for you guys as well. We got one here from Mr. One Last Wish. Appreciate all of you putting out content every day for us. I want a Tesla too, LOL.
Yeah,
I'm working on it, buddy.
We have to change the when Lambo to win Tesla because it seems everyone just wants a Tesla now.
I mean, they are faster than Lambos. Let's be serious.
They are. They're way better.
From the great Gooch, Safemoon Tim looks like he parties.
I do party.
Okay.
I do.
Let's take a look here. And we got another one. Safemoon Tim, please show us that cat photo behind. I think you did show that before earlier in the stream. There it is.
This is a painting my wife did. She painted this. This is what our cat looks like.
That's awesome.
Okay. And then I got another one here. Tim, that cat. Show us the cat. Everyone loves the cat for some
reason. A lot of Tim love.
Oh my God. There's another one back here.
You might have to start selling those as NFTs.
My wife just started painting. I'll just tell her that she needs to put them on my channel.
Okay, another one from the Great Gook. Yes, that cat looks like he parties. Okay. So,
let's go to Adam's cat. It's hairless.
Okay, I don't have a cat to show off on stream, so I can't do that. So can't compete.
I think we should all get cats for the next stream.
Let's all have cats.
Hell no.
And then we just got a $1 donation here from Brand of Sport World. Thank you for the $1. Thanks for supporting us all here as content creators. Let's see, we've got another few of them here. Another one here. Hey, Joe. Joe, give us a what do you know? Slide it in.
You know?
Wow, that was sexy.
That's for the ladies.
Okay, we got another one here from, sorry if I mispronounce this, Giant, I don't know how to pronounce your name, man, but it says, hello guys, Jim Crypto here. Thank you, Jim, for the donation. Okay, let's go through. We got a few more of these coming in. Thank you guys for these super chats. It means a lot. Another one here. Safemoon Tim looks like he drives a Crown Vic.
That's hilarious.
I do. I have two of them, actually. There's a body in one of the trunks.
Okay, and we got another one here from the Great Gooch again. Massive bong rip, whisper Safemoon Tim intro.
Jesus.
Tim's getting all the love today on the channel.
Yeah, guys, give everyone these other guys
Bro,
love. Don't be
Tim's
bad
bad.
on me. I'm new to the game. Come on.
Tim, you deserve it. I'll say that. Okay, let's get started, guys. We're just scrolling through all these comments. Thanks to everyone who's participated today. Another one here. All right, I'm out. The wife made some beef stroganoff that smells decent. I'm going to go beat it up. Thanks for doing this, guys. Tim's a boss.
That sounded bad.
I'm gonna beat up some beef stroganoff. Bruh, come on now.
Hope he's talking about food. Like,
Yeah, he's just talking about food, guys.
Oh,
I know
man.
what you're talking about. Okay, let's get through a few more of these. Sorry, these are the ones from earlier, so I'm digging through all the comments to get to them. Okay. One moment, guys. Just a few more. Here we go. So from Joshua Castro, cool to finally see all of you guys together. Yeah, it's a party. All right, from Adam himself. Well, how am I salty? Y'all are brutal in the comments. It's all love and sweetness, no time for salty. Thanks, Adam, for the super chat there. And then from Z-Man34720, I'm new to the crypto space, so I don't know much, but what's making Safemoon unique or different from the other thousands of coins out there? This is a great question. So who would like to take this?
I think you could kill this question generation.
All right, I'll take it. So as far as what makes it different, I feel like when it comes to Safemoon specifically, it's not just one thing. So a lot of the things that people go to first is its tokenomics. Now, Safemoon wasn't the first to do it, and it's definitely not the last to do it, but it was the first to make it public, like we said earlier in the stream. And so it's not just the fact that they provide tokenomics, but all of the other aspects that they're bringing as far as utility goes. So tokenomics is a great aspect to it, but then we're going to be getting the blockchain, which is going to have amazing use cases with what we're doing with supply chain technology, what we're doing with IoT technology, which is Internet of Things. So we've got these windmills that are coming in. They're going to be helping provide energy to some impoverished areas, as well as helping fund the electricity portion of the blockchain, which has been a known issue with a lot of cryptocurrencies. It's been a pressure point there. So it solves and helps out with that. We're doing a lot of stuff in Africa, specifically with the Gambia and the TAF project, which hasn't specifically been confirmed, but all but confirmed. We're doing all these other things when it comes to the exchange and applying cryptonomics to that exchange so that people can not only earn from holding Safemoon, but can also earn from holding other cryptocurrencies as well within that exchange. And then we've got, of course, the wallet, the card that will provide more utility and more real-world use cases as far as purchasing and transferring goes when it comes to Safemoon. And then, of course, on top of all of that, we've got the stuff that's coming with the satellites, which we don't know about. So all of these things combined, and there's things that I probably missed as far as Project Phoenix, which we're going to learn about this Sunday. So tune in for that Safemoon Sunday, because we are going to be learning more about Project Phoenix and what it has to offer from all of us here that are Safemoon holders. So once you go through the reflections, the tokenomics, the exchange, the wallet, everything going on with Project Phoenix, everything that's going on with TAF, everything that's going on with the satellite technology, everything that's going on with all of these other utility use cases they're bringing about that we only know 15% of, that's what makes Safemoon unique. So it's not just tokenomics. It's not just that they have a wallet or that they have an exchange, but it's the combination of all of these different utilities that are coming together to build a network that is all going towards real world, real use cases that are going to push us towards the metaverse, that are going to push us towards these mesh networks, and of course Web 3.0. So that would be my answer. If you guys want to add on to that, feel free.
You nailed it, bro.
You crushed it.
Yeah. Maybe one thing I would add as well is that people continue to forget that this cryptocurrency is going to increase in value just from the fact that it's being burned on every single buy-seller transfer. This is the first mainstream token with this tokenomics in play that's going to incentivize holders, increase scarcity for the project, and just overall, passive income is potential, right? If you hold, I think for every billion you hold, it is $58 per billion in volume with the burn on. When the burn is off, that becomes stupid. So everything you said with the passive income opportunity as well. For me, this is like the little man's coin. It's going to be a big coin. It's going to be the big investors coin. And I'm sure a lot of big money is in Safemoon. But, it does make sense for people who are everyday real-time investors to buy an Ethereum or buy a Cardano at these prices or Bitcoin. You're not going to make a big enough investment for those kind of numbers off of like $100 Bitcoin investment to matter, versus $100 in Safemoon could actually be a couple million in the very far future. That's actually very possible. Versus, you're not gonna make $1 million off of Bitcoin anytime soon off of a $100 investment. So it just gives people a really interesting opportunity because we're still very, very early and nothing is launched other than the wallet. You still have everything that you said to look forward to, all of that and more. We don't know half of what's going on. We know 15%, if that. So it's just one of those things that's like a one and every other cycle opportunity to where you don't see this coin potential often at all. You really don't. We saw it with BNB, then Ethereum, then a Cardano, obviously like a Bitcoin. But who caught those coins on launch or a couple months after launch or early? No one. Very few actually. So I put Safemoon in that category. People look at the name and say, "Oh, it's Safemoon. I'm gonna safely go to." It's kind of meaning, right? It's not like a cool Ethereum name. Like people just fud it because of the name. But if you dive deep into what it is, you'll be mind blown. You will be. People need to give it a chance, just like how we all did, and we just flip bullish. It just takes a little bit of time to research and understand what's going on here because it is beyond just the name itself. It's a massive ecosystem with a bunch of things going on, a lot of things talking to each other and functions, passive income and burning. It's incredible. So look into it.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's get to the next one here from Crazy One. How much volume do you guys think the exchange or blockchain will do daily? What do you think, Joe?
It's really hard to figure out the numbers as far as, like the future predictions, because as a YouTuber, you get nailed to those numbers pretty hard. Like if you say any number 3 months from now, someone's going to go, remember when you said 4,285? Remember when you said that? Yeah, I remember that. All right, I'm just going to remind you right now, as new information came and things are different now, so we're going to hold you to that. So it's really hard to predict the future of the exchange of blockchains, how much it would do. Ideally, we always want to do as best as possible, but once again, like those numbers can always change. I remember when I first started doing YouTube videos, it was 1 cent. So it was a race to 1 cent. And now with consolidation, it's like, well, maybe we race to $1 now. So everything keeps changing with more news and information. As far as like doing predictions, it's really, really hard to do them because the community will remember. They will remember, and they will let you know that all the time. Anytime you do think about anything else, they will staple your balls to the wall every single time. So just be careful. Tell everybody.
1 trillion.
Yeah.
It'll hit 1 trillion in volume, guys.
Remember when Safemoon Joe said 1 trillion? Oh, I remember.
Can I add to that question?
Yeah, of course.
So I have no idea what the maximum is. I just wanted to tell you that I did like a quick study of the top 50 cryptocurrencies in one of my videos, and I did a quick average in my top of my head, and 250 million volume daily was super like easy, and the number was like 250, 300 million, something like that. I know everybody wants a billion and 10 billion and whatever number, but let's go back to the number of 250 million. Even at 250 million, you're still making your what? 1250 a day? Am I mistaken? 1250, 15 to, right? 50 divided by 4. Right? You have a billion. You have a billion Safemoon, a billion volume. We get you $50 a day, right? So you're gonna get a fourth of that. It's still good, but when the burn stops, you're gonna multiply that by whatever number the burn stops. So even at 250 million, which is super, super possible, you're still getting really, really good reflections.
And not to mention the fact that those reflections reflect more reflections, right? So you get that's one day. The next day, you're getting a little bit more and a little bit more every single day. Because as we talked about, the cool part about this is the compound factor that's associated with Safemoon. Because not only does the reflections happen on a transactional basis, but on a daily basis as well, as they continue to compound day after day, month after month, year after year. So if you start off with a bag with 1 billion Safemoon, or after consolidation you have 1 million Safemoon, a year from now you're not going to have 1 million Safemoon anymore. You're going to have 1 million plus that entire year's worth of reflections of compound interest, and then that will continue to compound. So if you're a long-term holder who doesn't plan on selling and you're going to diamond fist Safemoon for 5 years, you're looking at some major gains, because every single day, every single transaction, you're seeing massive reflections.
Diamond fist.
Did you just say? Oh, just want to say, did you say diamond fist?
I did.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that. Yo, diamond has
there's no just diamond holding anymore. You got to diamond fist that thing.
My man heard beef stroganoff and said diamond fist the beef stroganoff.
Get out of here.
Okay, we got a $5 donation from Virial here. Thank you for that. Moving on from Ice Mike 6969. Just wanted to drop by and show my support. But also, when are we going to get some more some major exchanges? Does anyone want to hop on that? Imminent. We know there's 2 coming. So we know there's 2 major exchanges coming pretty much immediately following V2, if not going to be announced alongside when V2 launches. So we know that that's going to be coming immediately after the launch of the V2 contract. We know that for certain. But I would imagine that if I was an exchange and I knew that you were going to do a consolidation, I wouldn't want to really talk about it until you were consolidated and you've moved over to your new contract before I would want to bring you onto my exchange, because it's just too much of a hassle right now with the V1 contract to immediately switch everything over to a V2.
Did you guys see the CRO was saying that they're going to do like a burn, and John and Safemoon Hound did a little rocket with the sexy eyes, which they do for everything, but like hinting like we might be at CRO.
That would be
Crypto.com.
That would be
So someone this is unvalidated. Okay, I just saw it somewhere surfing in the internet. They were saying that they saw the contract and the ticker symbol on CRO on Crypto.com, and then they changed it because I believe it was a YouTuber that was showing. It's like, look, it's happening right now. They saw the contract and they saw the ticker symbol on Crypto.com, and then they changed it almost immediately to some other name. So speculation.
Can you imagine Crypto.com? When are they taking over the Staples Center? Could you imagine they're taking over the Staples Center, and then they have that lobby, the little foyer when you walk in?
Whoa, Tim just took off his glasses. Tim just took off.
He has eyes.
You're on mute, brother.
You're on mute, buddy.
Oh, the green lasers are going to fly out of my eyes and burn up.
All right, let's move on here. From Michael Wright says, Safemoon Millionaire has spoken a lot about taxes. Can we get some more videos on crypto and taxes? Adam, would love to hear from you on this. Sounds like they're calling you out for that. Adam, is that something you do?
Yeah, and speaking of Safemoon Millionaire, I just want to retract what I said earlier about the transactions per second. I kept looking up, so there are several, or that's upgrading to a lot faster than that. So I take it back, and it is possible that we could get to 3,000. So I'm man enough to admit when I don't know something. So I just want to retract that. What do you want to know specifically about taxes?
That's a good question. We'll see if he can respond. Get to that later. But I would imagine for most people, it's just the basics. So, I mean, if you're in the United States, it's going to be different than if you're in Canada or if you're in Europe. So it depends.
It's a huge topic, man. It's a really, really big topic of conversation that circulates the Safemoon, the Twitter spaces a lot. And this is all I say all the time, right? Because you tread into dangerous waters when you talk about taxes, and people always want ways to evade it. There's no evading it, right? There's legal ways to minimize that, but this is all I say to everyone. If and when Safemoon pops, everyone in here can afford a professional tax, a CPA, okay? Just don't try and do anything shady. You're making millions from Safemoon. You can afford a professional tax professional. That's all I'm going to leave it with that, man.
But let me try to help out just a little bit on this. First of all, not professional advice. You know, I'm just We're just 6 funny-looking people. I think 2 of us have hair, maybe 3 of us have hair. In this, so fuck you guys with the
I got
hair.
my mullet.
So before I even start, there's a rule that's changing in crypto taxes. So this is for anybody that does not hold Safemoon and holds any crypto taxes. There's something called tax loss harvesting. So whatever money you make, you can offset with a loss. And a lot of people do that in stocks. So if they're taking a loss of some stocks, especially at the end of the year, they sell it and then they rebuy after 30 days because there's something called a wash rule. You have to wait 30 days. On the 31st day, you can rebuy. Even if you don't have any gains that year and you don't sell anything, you can offset that nonstop up to $3,000 a year until you have a major gain on your regular taxes. That rule is ending this year, thanks to Mr. Biden. That rule is ending this year. So we just took a huge dip, right? The entire crypto market just took a huge dip. So anybody that has losses on Cardano, Bitcoin, XRP, anything but Safemoon, because Safemoon has that 10% tax that kills you there and back, you might want to consult an accountant and take advantage of that and offset your losses for your gains. Because with crypto, you can literally sell and rebuy a minute later and take those losses. That's first that I wanted to tell you guys. Second, the offset, you want to keep your cryptocurrency and you want to keep any asset, preferably if you could, for 1 year, 1 day. Once it's 1 year, 1 day, your federal tax bracket now becomes 15% if it's under 440,000. But if it's over 200,000, you have to pay an additional 3.8% Obama tax. So so between 15%, and then if it's over 440,000, you're gonna end up paying 20%. So you're gonna be paying between 15% and 23.8%, which is a lot less than your actual personal tax bracket. Because if you're selling at that number, you're probably paying closer to 38 or 42%. 38, I think. 38%.
38 under the current, I believe, but there was a proposal for it to be brought up to 42. It didn't go through.
Thank God. Okay, so you want to keep something for over a year, 1 year, 1 day, because you have long-term taxes. So that's the rule with any investment. That's for real estate, that's for stocks, that's for crypto, any asset, precious metal, whatever. And that's pretty much what you're doing. And then you just want to offset your gains with some losses. So if you're taking losses with anything, sell, including stocks. You can offset stocks to crypto as well, if that makes sense. But if you have anything more specific, I'll be happy to try to answer it.
Hey, man,
and again, guys, this is not financial advice.
Yes, sorry, that sounds like a big headache. I live in a tax-free country. I never paid tax my whole life.
Where are you from?
So, a small island in the Caribbean. So
that's amazing.
British Overseas Territory country. So we have a treaty to where we are tax-free thanks to the Queen.
Wow.
So yeah, I've never paid tax. So all this just beyond me. So
Sucks.
it's horrible. Hate it.
The government, the mafia, they come in when you make a couple of bucks and they go, "Oh, you made money? Give me some of that money."
Give me some of that
And
money.
if you lose money, they go, "Oh, you lost money? Oh, should make some money so I can get some." Like it just feels like you're getting robbed. And there's the idea of we got freedom and stuff. So it's like a little bit of it sucks. But ultimately, you got to pay your taxes, for everyone in America. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Hey, thank you. Moonboy, are your neighbors selling their houses, in the near future?
Well, so we don't pay tax, but cost of living is stupid. Houses here start at $500,000. It's very, very rough. I see houses in Florida going for like $200K. I'm like, $200K for like a nice house. You could buy milk over there for like $3. Milk here is like $7. Our currency is stronger than the US dollar. So yes, we don't pay tax, but it is very high cost of living. So it's actually worse. I'd rather pay tax, to be honest.
Hey, Adam and Joe, how much are houses over there in New York?
Stupid. I mean, go ahead, Joe.
No. I mean, I moved out of New York because the price was insane. Everywhere else, you could rent a house or you can put money down to buy a house for the amount of money you pay just in rent in New York. And we're talking depending on your area, you go to Manhattan, you could live in a really small place. You're talking $1,200, $1,300 a month. It's insane. Depending where you want to move to. And New York's becoming what they call gentrified. And certain areas are even just rising because of that in rent. And landlords are jacking rent up due to that as well. My grandma lives in Williamsburg, and that whole area just is all, And the landlord tried to raise her rent. She had to take him to court on it. So the cost of living in New York is absolutely high. But then once again, you live in New York, everything's there. So it's kind of like the give and get give.
Well, listen, New York is not what it used to be. I'm in here now, and that 12 or 1300. Maybe if you have like 2-3 roommates, that's even forget about that rent. It's just super freaking expensive. With the outer boroughs, if you want yourself a decent house which is attached, you're looking at a decent area like 800K and up. You know, for 500, you're not getting anything. You'll get something in not a safe area, maybe 500,000, or dilapidated where you got to fix it up and things like that. It's very, very, very expensive over here. And New York is not what it used to be. So you live in New York, but all we have is nice restaurants. New York is a shithole right now. It's a fact. New York is an absolute shithole. All we have is good restaurants right now. That's a fact. That's why I'm going to be moving to Florida. Getting worse. I got 2 samurai swords pulled at me from 2 different people. A freaking yo, it's a samurai sword. I'd rather have a gat pulled on me than a samurai sword, bro. A samurai sword, bro. That's crazy.
Who the hell are you hanging out with, bro?
Only in New York, bro.
I'm literally walking down the street in downtown Brooklyn, and a bum kept screaming, "This is my street, don't walk here," at everybody. And he just kept pulling out the samurai sword, bro. It's
Bums
crazy.
have samurai swords in New York?
Bums have more rights than anybody else. You cannot. How about this? In California and New York, it's a misdemeanor if you rob from Walgreens. I have a Walgreens up my block. I was joking. I'm like, hey, let me get the carriage and put stuff in the car. But I'm like, but even if I would take this, you wouldn't do anything. She says, Adam, every single night, at least once, we have somebody steal something. And they're not allowed to do anything. So the society right now that's growing up is take whatever you need. And then the excuse is people only take what they need. And since they need, it's okay to just take whatever you want because it's under $950. This is what's happening in New York right now. It's terrible. Whatever. That's just my
I was gonna
thing.
say 900 for a house. I feel like the market was high here in Utah, but
Nah, New York. The most expensive markets is New York and LA. Everybody knows that. And the only reason why and Florida 500,000, you can't touch nothing for 500,000. No way, not even close anymore. Right now also it's getting to like that close to the million range and up in Florida. Why? Everybody from New York went to Florida. Why is Texas so expensive? Everybody from LA is going to Texas. The funniest thing that's going to happen, eventually Florida is going to become New York, and everybody in Florida is going to go to New York, and everybody from Texas, when it becomes another California, is going to go to California. That's how everything works. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy.
Yeah, the market here in Utah, kind of over by where the headquarters is going in, just because I kind of live in the area. It's crazy the growth that's happened in this area because it's the same thing. I do insurance, so I insure all these homes as they're getting purchased and things. So here in our area, it was very common that you could buy a starter home for $200,000, and it was a decent house, 3-bedroom, 1,800 square foot house, 2-bathroom, and you were set. Maybe you needed a little bit of renovation, but you were good. And so now, over the last year, since basically COVID hit, I mean, there's not a single house that sells anywhere, even if it's dilapidated, for under $300,000 now. And it could be 1,000 square feet with like 1 bedroom, and it's still $300,000. And there's certain areas, Park City, over kind of by the areas around Provo, and these areas where all the stuff is going in with all this tech, with the Adobe headquarters and now the Safemoon headquarters, where those numbers are going up and up and up. So the areas that people were making $40,000 a year and paying $150,000, $200,000 for a house, they're now paying $400,000, $500,000, $700,000 for homes, and they're offering $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 more than what they actually asked for, because in Utah there was a point where 1 in 5 purchases were cash only. There was no mortgage involved. That's down to 1 in 8 purchases now. And 2 of the largest, fastest growing cities in the nation are both in Utah. The first is St. George, Utah. Then the second, I believe, is American Fork. But I could be right. It might be Pleasant Grove. I'm not sure. But one of those 2 is the fastest growing in the nation. So Safemoon's coming right into a spot that's growing like crazy wildfire. And so it's going to be interesting to see them grow and build that community. Scott,
how far are you from the headquarters?
So I personally live about 2 hours away, but I have family that lives 10 minutes away, and I was just there this weekend. So I drove literally down the street and looked at the headquarters in person. So I have family that lives in the area. I've lived closer in the past. I'm just up here because my wife's still in school, so we're up here while she goes to school, and after that we'll be moving out of there. So
very cool.
And for the people that say it's a Photoshop image of the headquarters, can you actually validate that it exists?
It does indeed exist, actually. So I did drive past it. I mean, it is just an office building. It's not like it's got these massive Safemoon letters on it, but they do have a suite inside there.
I want to circle back for the real estate and the prices and things. So it's just mass inflation, guys. Mass inflation. That's the whole point of cryptocurrency. That it's not regulated by a micro district or even by a country, a large district. It's a world currency, and the more people that adopt it, the more stabilization there's going to be as there's more liquidity for cryptocurrency in general. And you see prices going up like crazy. You can't afford things. You can't make enough money to compete with the way prices are going up.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good hedge against inflation. You're right. We got Mitch Bromwell saying we are launching a rocket 9th of December. Go USA. That was
Mitch is an astronaut. Shout out to Mitch. He's an astronaut. Cool dude too. Cool motherfucker. Cool dude.
All right, we got B. Anderton saying, "Say that guy in the bottle." Not sure where that's from. Is that an inside joke for anyone's channel?
No. What?
Someone going to say it though? That guy in the bottle.
I mean, I technically said it. Is it one of those things where, like, if you rewind it, it like says something backwards? Someone's got to check that out.
Bro, that guy in a bottle.
All right, Rose, for the $10 donation. Thank you, Rose, for your contributions. We genuinely appreciate it.
Cheers.
$2 from Claire Mayfield. Love the stream so far. Thank you, Claire.
Cheers.
We got one from Ice Mike 6969. Tim looks like a defunct Freddie Mercury.
Jesus.
It's true. I do. I'm going to put the sunglasses back on and go back.
No.
All right. We got Mitch here again. God bless everyone back to work at the Rocket Ranch.
Let's do it, Mitch. What happened to my super chat?
Oh, we went through that while you stepped away.
Fantastic.
You were refilling your apple juice, bro.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Muhammad A says, so I have P Safemoon. Do I have to change it to Safemoon before I go over to V2? By the way, I like this collab. Keep up the good work. Hashtag Safemoon Army. Anyone want to answer that question for them about P Safemoon on the
there's a if you head over to the Safemoon.education website, Katz has made a big red pop-up. My ish is cached right now, so I don't see it. But if you head over to Safemoon.education and click on Safemoon version 2, you should get a red pop-up. Okay, I got mine, right? So it says you must have completed the following before proceeding with Safemoon version 2. P Safemoon will not. We will not support migration for P Safemoon to Safemoon version 2 on initial launch due to P Safemoon not incurring a 10% fee to purchase and the fact that it exists on the Ethereum chain, right? So they say, however, we are exploring the ability to consolidate P Safemoon in order to peg the value, blah, blah, blah. But just know that from get-go, it doesn't look like it's supported. So if you're wanting a piece of it, not financial advice, you might want to cross the bridge over.
These comments. All right. We've got Matthew Racine saying, Billy Club in the house from Canada, fire, rocket, bunch of moons, satellite drink. Awesome. Thank you for the contribution. Let's take a look here. We've got a few of these here. We got Rose coming in again. Can you gift a seed phrase to gift Safemoon? Or is there any reason why this would not be okay? I want to gift Safemoon, but I'm not sure it's okay to do this way. Any opinion is appreciated. Thanks. Who wants to tackle that one?
This one's an interesting seed phrase to anybody.
Yeah.
Don't ever give your seed phrase.
No, hold on. Tim. It's a gift though. Like Rose is literally saying, "I want to give somebody a present." Well, so she's gifting them a wallet.
Well, they should have the person set up their own wallet. They could write down their own seed phrase. Because the person that set up the wallet for that particular person, even though they meant well by it, they will still have the seed phrase.
Yeah, that's correct. This was a big controversial issue because, yes, like Tim says, even though people have really good intentions, I'm not saying anything about that, right? Let's say I want to gift Tim a Safemoon wallet with 100 million, right? Still, ultimately, at the very end of that, let's say a year down the road, Tim and I have some beef. I'm like, F Tim, I know his seed phrase. Like things can get dicey, right? So there was a controversial issue about that. So the best way to do it, truly, is to have someone open a Safemoon wallet, and then you could gift it that way. But you will ultimately, if you open that wallet, the seed phrase, right?
Diamond
Yeah,
Fist.
don't do it.
Diamond Fist that, guys.
Unless you just give it to them and you want them to keep adding to the bag and you want to take it from them.
Hey guys, right in the chat right now, everyone, hashtag Diamond Fist. We're gonna make that a thing.
It's a new hashtag for everyone who viewed this. We'll be in on it. Everyone on Twitter, just flood Twitter with it. We'll see if who actually
Diamond
watched
Fist
it.
everywhere.
Right?
I love that. I need a shirt with that.
Yeah, we'll have to get a shirt. It says Safemoon Round Table, Diamond Fist that. All right, let's go to the next question here. A Vortex Defense daily reminder: Matt Wallace is a D-bag. All right,
Agreed.
Charlie.
Facts.
Yo, did you guys hold on the Matt Wallace? Did you guys see the tweet earlier? Matt Wallace is like, Elon, are you gonna do anything for the Dogecoin's anniversary? And I'm like, yeah, he's gonna buy more Bitcoin for himself, for SpaceX, and for Tesla. Yo, Matt Wallace was so freaking tight.
All right, we got from Charlie P here. Thanks for hosting this Safemoon Roundtable. See everyone on the moon. Apple juice for everyone. Thank you, Charlie P, for that huge $50 donation. Cheers to you, and thank you for your support. Okay, guys, let's see here. And then we've got from Traverse Rover. What would you tell the people who view Safemoon as crypto trying to monopolize the crypto market? Really appreciate you guys for doing this.
I mean, I don't think they're trying to take it over. I think they're trying to improve upon it, if anything.
Yeah, they're going to be allowing smart contracts. I mean, there'll be tokens built upon it. I mean, the blockchain that Safemoon will create will provide plentiful opportunities for new projects, for existing projects to migrate to. It's not a way to stifle innovation and monopolize. What they're doing is they're opening the market to more people, not the opposite. So I think that's one of the things when it comes to DeFi that people have this mentality of, when you think of large companies coming into a sector and dominating the sector, that they take over and they suffocate out, the small guys. But with crypto, especially DeFi, like what Safemoon's doing, it's having the opposite effect. It's giving opportunities for new projects and new tokens to develop and build upon existing technology. So it has the opposite effect. Did anyone else want to comment on that while I look to this next one here?
I'll take a stab at it. I mean, I think it's quite the opposite. I don't even think you could monopolize the cryptocurrency market. That's like just impossible. But they openly say that they want to work with other cryptocurrencies. And the whole point of cryptocurrency, you got to be a cryptocurrency sadist if you think you want to monopolize or be the only one. Because in reality, the purest form of cryptocurrency is interoperability between different blockchains. That's the whole goal, right? So all 6 of us can have a different crypto and we could literally send it to each other. And it doesn't even have to be complex bridges. This could be literally as simple as, and a lot of cryptos are working on that. So, yeah, tell Matt Wallace to stop asking stupid questions.
All right, I apologize if I mispronounced this. Virel Marafa. The party on the yacht will be epic with all of you OGs. Can you please point to the best hard wallet for Safemoon? Mad respect.
RJ, take that one.
No, that one's all over the place. But I got a lot of flack last time for recommending something at the time, but because I absolutely knew about it. But at the time, I was like, listen, it's the lesser of two evils. It's one of the companies that supports BEP20 tokens, right? And then I got an email from Elapel, and a lot of people are saying that their Elapel stuff is a little sluggish. So I know I contacted one of the Safemoon moderators, and they use the Tracer. But it's interesting because if you look at Tracer, you can't. I didn't see support for BP20, but they said that they use it. So it is all over the place right now. But I think the main goal is just as long as you use something that supports BEP20 tokens, that's the most important thing. You should be okay, whether it's clunky or not, right?
And they are coming out with a hard wallet directly from the Safemoon development team that's been on the docket for a while. Although they said that would be in 2022 that we would see that launch. So if you're wanting that, that's something that you can do. Otherwise, I mean, another option, if you don't want to rely on these other BEP20 wallets that already exist, you could always just make sure you have your seed phrase written down on analog, obviously not saved on your computer, on a picture, on your Facebook account, but making sure that it's written down somewhere and safe, and it's not going to be visible to people. And then you don't have to keep your Trust wallet, your MetaMask, your Safemoon wallet on your phone. You could delete it, completely get rid of it off your phone, take your wallet off of it, so there's not that access point to that wallet. And as long as you haven't shared that seed phrase with anybody, posted it online somewhere, or have it saved in your phone, you're going to be fine. It's not going anywhere. Your coins live on the blockchain. Your tokens, rather. It will be a coin eventually. Live on the blockchain. You'll be fine. And then down the road, they'll release that hard wallet. You can go ahead and get back in and move that over. So that is coming down the road if you're worried about that or any aspect of that.
It is interesting. Oh, go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, you should have told that to Bitmart. Maybe Bitmart should have got a hot wallet or a cold wallet.
They had it screenshotted on their desktop. All right, we got one from Kel here for the $2 donation. John Cromie is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the fake John Cromie.
Who?
I think I've seen him in my comments before.
Yeah, he's great. He offered me a job many times.
Yeah, same here. I was like, thank you. How kind.
All right, we got the Greguch here. I'm back. Can barely breathe. So much beef stroganoff.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Diamond fist.
Hilarious.
You want to answer Johnny Rockwell? He says, you guys should definitely keep having the Roundtable podcast. Everybody will support. Interesting you should say that.
Yeah, because I guess we can announce it now. We are going to be planning on doing this every Tuesday at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, not all of us will be able to attend every single week, but we're all going to try to make an effort to attend. That way we can continue these conversations. For those that have Twitter, a lot of us are active on Twitter Spaces there, but we understand a lot of people on YouTube don't have Twitter. They don't have access to it, or they don't want to use it, or whatever the reason is. So having this on YouTube where it can be recorded, you can come back and watch the replay. We're all going to be posting this as a replay on all of our channels afterwards. And we're also going to be rotating who hosts. So I hosted this week. We're going to have someone hosting next week, and every week it will rotate through who hosts, and giving everyone a chance to have that on their channel live, and have an opportunity for super chats on the channel, have an opportunity to give their channel exposure, but also so we can reach new audiences, because we recognize that some people that are on Safemoon Tim's channel may not have seen that this is happening on my channel today, or may not have gotten that notice because they're not on Twitter or the other places it was announced. And then when it gets hosted on his channel that week, they'll have an opportunity to watch, be able to meet the other content creators, and get their questions and stuff answered there. So it's an awesome opportunity for all of our channels, and we're going to try to make this a weekly thing.
I want to know.
And,
go ahead.
Sorry, so I just want to add to that. So I want to appreciate how humble everyone is inside here, because we have channels in range of, with Joe, upwards of the 30+K, and then channels that are a little over about the 2,000 mark. So most bigger YouTubers wouldn't even mesh with anyone that is around the 3,000, 2,000 sub goal. So it just shows where all of our mindset is. We're all invested in the same thing. We all love the same thing. We all want the end goal to be what we want, which is going to the moon with Safemoon. So it's really cool that no matter what the channel size is, or what people might think about their specific channel and their specific views, we can still come together and do this. So I just want to give a big shout out to everyone here, no matter what your channel size is, come together. I think that's awesome. That's very incredible. And I've never seen any other project for their community do this ever. I haven't seen no Cardano YouTubers meshing or anything. So I think it's cool. So good job for bringing it together.
Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And I just to echo what you said, I think it's awesome that we're all willing to do this. I mean, when I originally put the idea together, I was like, man, am I even going to be able to get some of these bigger channels to want to participate in something like this? And every single one of them were like, I'm all in. I'd love to help the community. I'd love to answer these questions for people. I'd love to have that conversation. So everyone in here is a superstar. They really are. And so if you're only subscribed to one person or the other, I highly recommend you go subscribe to the other channels and support them, because they all do different content. I feel like each one of us individually has kind of our own level of way of doing things, our own levels of expertise, and so being able to subscribe to that gives you a really balanced approach to the project as well, because you're going to get some awesome insights in one channel, and then on the other channel you're going to get some awesome insights as well on maybe different topics or a different look at the same topic. So awesome to have everybody in here. I really appreciate it.
I actually watch other channels too, so you should just join me and watch everyone's channel.
Yeah, I watched every single video today that came out. Joe, Tim, RJ, everyone that's on your all released videos, and I was watching all of them today. So everyone does great work. Everyone does an awesome job. So kind of going through here to get through these super chats. We got the Great Gooch again. Joe looks like he likes to spend his Sundays watching reruns.
That's the best comment so far. I love that.
This guy eating beef stroganoff, talking smack. I saw earlier you posted that. I thought that was hilarious.
I saw you laughing at that when it came up.
Yeah.
You guys are wilding out.
$5 donation from Troy Smothers. Thank you, Troy, for that. Let's see here from Juban, another $5 donation. How does the panel feel about people with a YouTube who don't have or prove their credibility when it comes to investing? Personal opinions only.
Well, one name comes to mind. I'm not going to call names, but as a content creator, I feel like we all have responsibility to our audience, and people. I feel like I misunderstood. Feel about people with on YouTube. So I guess talking about specific influencers. Yeah, I mean, you have duty to your audience. Be honest, be transparent, be upfront. For me, I'm very transparent. Like I put my back numbers out there. Like I do live buys. I mean, no one here that I know of trying to hide anything or be, shady behind the audience's back. So when you're a content creator, you do have a duty to your audience to be honest and transparent. And I feel like we all do that very well. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And as far as my personal opinion on this goes, I think every content creator has the right to privacy as much as, crypto is a very open space. If someone wants to be private about their investing, what they hold, what they don't hold, that's up to them. And it's up to you guys, the viewers, to dictate if that's a channel worth watching or not. So if they're not producing good content, you can, it smells like crap, it's gonna be crap. So if you see that and it's not something that you want to participate in, then you don't subscribe to that channel and you walk away from it, right? But I don't think that anyone is forced as a content creator to dox themselves or their financial portfolio in order to provide credibility. If what they're saying is accurate information and it's something that's credible and it's providing value, it doesn't matter if they hold $10 of crypto or if they hold $1 million of cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, what matters is the content they're producing. If you don't find it useful, then don't subscribe.
And listen, we all start somewhere. Some people already know something. Some people don't know something. Just remember your own journey. I could tell you I was a complete dumbass. I had no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? Before I made my first million, I lost my first 100,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fact. Nobody knows anything. You learn when you make mistakes. With that said, like, at least for my channel, I always tell my people, before I even have a alliance to Safemoon, I have an alliance to my subscribers. So if I don't like something about anything, including Safemoon, I'm going to bring that up to you guys ASAP, and that's why I'm so critical. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to Even Keel Trading. There goes your shout out, my friend.
All right, so we got another super chat here. It's going to be a little controversial, but I'm going to bring it up anyways. What do you know? Who besides Joe knows Earth is flat? Safemoon will make it to the moon before NASA or any other fake space agencies. P.S. Thank you for not including Crypto Control. He is a dead guy. So I will say on this before we even touch on the first part of that is the joke. We don't want to bash other content creators, guys. Okay, so that's the step number one.
I love Crypto Control. I just want to say that.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And I know that some people may not like that, but we're not here to bash, guys. We're a community here. We're all about positivity. We're not here about the negativity.
And Crypto Control did make a video I think about a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, saying that he was going through a couple things in his personal life. He didn't say specifically what those things were. So we don't know what's going on with each other's lives and what's actually going through. And we have our personal struggles and difficulties and adversities, and based off of what he's going through, we don't know what that is, but he did put out there that he's going to be a little inactive and he does have some stuff going on. Good stuff, really, really bad stuff. So whatever Crypto Control is going through, I do support him. I do wish him the best.
Yeah, I think that, so a long time ago, there was a Twitter Spaces. Someone came on and said, well, I don't like this one YouTuber. And they were like, oh, I like Joe, but I don't like this one YouTuber and they was like trying to explain the differences. And I hopped on. I said, listen, it doesn't matter if that YouTuber can get more people to join us with the Safemoon Army. Then whether they do the videos that you like or not like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. There's a YouTuber who does the robotic voice videos, and some people don't like him, some people like him. And like I said, it's even that person, because I talked to him behind WitchQuad on Discord, and I said, listen, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you get more people to join, if more people get involved, and learn crypto, that's it. That's perfect. Like, that's what we want. We want just to grow this community. We have a massive community. Our debut year, we're hitting 3 million. Like, a lot of crypto communities cannot say that, especially on their debut year, let alone on the years or how long they've been out for. So what we have is a really unique opportunity. And to get more people involved, that's excellent. So I always say, listen, even if there's a YouTuber who I might not like the way they do the content, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If they get more people involved in, grow the community, that's what it's about. So that's something I've always been about, and I really do like the fact that everyone has that mindset. Without even talking to other YouTubers or anybody else, everyone has that kind of mindset where it's like, hey, listen, if we can grow the community, that's perfect. And I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. I think you hit the nail right on the head there. We got one here. Matt Wallace squats when he pees. Let's go past that.
Dude, go to bed. Tell that kid to go to bed. Go to sleep, dog.
I'm gonna love that.
I don't
And then
think
we
we got
got,
strong enough.
We got Ace
Sending
with
comments. I love them.
Hey, I'm all about
This is
free
great.
speech here, guys. As long as it doesn't get us like kicked off the platform, I'll bring your comment up. It's a super chat. I'll bring it up. All right, another one from Ace. You guys are amazing. What do you think will benefit Safemoon more, the NFT series or the Safemoon game?
Game.
That's a good one. I think.
Mooncraft,
yeah.
right? That's what you're talking
Yeah,
about. the game.
Mooncraft.
Oh,
Geez, that's a hard question because
That's
both
tough.
of them.
That's
yeah,
tough.
both of them are going to do really well.
So my thing on that is they're going to be one and the same in a lot of ways because they're going to put NFTs into games, right? So they're going to be a very intertwined, kind of no distinct move between the two. So you're going to see the NFTs in the game itself, and it's going to be an integral part of the game. So I would say that they're going to be hand in hand.
Now, do you guys think that they're going to bring the metaverse into Mooncraft?
We know that didn't John say on Discord a while back that Mooncraft was their introduction into the metaverse? Wasn't that said a couple weeks ago in Discord?
If he did, I missed it, but I was just wondering what you guys thought about that.
Yeah. John Crony said that he was hinting at right that Mooncraft is the first step into the metaverse.
Guys,
So
there's
we'll see.
no. Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting. You're good.
Oh, you're good, bro. Go ahead.
There's no limit to what we're doing because we're still in our freshman year. I mean, we're not even in college, or like in high school. We're right now still like, lower grades. When we get our blockchain is only when we start 9th grade, when we hit high school and we start getting our own personalities. If you guys want to think about it like that, there's no reason why we wouldn't do NFTs, metaverse, collaborate with other projects, IoT, windmills, and satellites, and videos that Tim can't even think of yet. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, there's no reason. All it is skills and imagination. And because we're starting at this point right here, the sky's the limit. That's a fact. The only thing that's holding us back is our skills. And why are you guys making fun of me? Who's laughing at me?
Nah, bro.
What's the
Look,
chat?
Adam, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
I saw an upcoming comment, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's people in chat
we'll
saying
get
stop
to it.
clicking your pen, bro.
So
You're
RJ's
clicking your pen.
Who, me?
Yeah, and it's driving people. What's that thing you're flicking?
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, you're good.
I got it. It's just the beginning. There's so many things that are ahead of us, and that's what makes Safemoon and a lot of these projects, but specifically Safemoon, so unique because they have, the world is literally your oyster. All these last 13 years, we were just building up to this point of where we are in DeFi. Wait, what's going to happen in the next 3 years? It's going to be crazy. And as technology grows, the ability of what you could do with blockchain also grows. It runs in parallel, and it's going to meet.
100%. From King Aaron, just got your 2-minute recap. Thanks, love you all. As far as
Crypto.
recap goes, just there'll be a replay if you want to
Crypto,
rewatch.
Safemoon.
Yeah, you're Safemoon. There you go.
2-minute recap sheet.
I just want to say I have to head out. You guys are all awesome. Thank you everyone for having me on. I have to head out a little bit earlier. Don't have to say for the whole thing, but I have to take care of some other things. Seriously, thank you so much, Generation Crypto, RJ, Tim, Adam, Crypto Moon Boy. I see you with that Naruto shirt. I see you, bro.
Hey, you got one on too. Look at that.
I saw. I want to mention.
Representing, my boy. I got Sasuke. Who's this? I got the whole trio right here.
Hell yeah.
You can spears, Joe. There you go.
Awesome. I appreciate everybody. I seriously do. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys are all awesome. Definitely looking forward to more of these. Absolutely. And like you said before, if you guys haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Once again, Generation Crypto, RJ Ardanas, Safemoon Tim, Team Adam Bergman, Moon Boy. Check them out. Subscribe. All right. Have a good one.
Cheers,
All right,
Joe.
see you
Have a
later,
good
Joe.
evening, brother.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
These are guys.
Peace out.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. You go ahead.
No.
I cut you off.
Bro, I was gonna say exactly what Moonboy said, and I said it a couple of times. Like, bro, we all coordinating with each other, all the YouTubers, the social influencers, and I know a lot of you guys are shouting out other YouTubers in the chats. Bro, we collab with all of them. Like, if you look at all of us collab with other people besides for just here. We're just starting this right here, and the whole community got together. I don't know if you guys noticed the Twitter Spaces. A lot of people settled up a lot of beefs. Like, there was a lot of friction. Let's call it friction, and a lot of that went away with all of this. The 20 trillion token and the hack, and it's just like we're really as a community moving forward, getting rid of the FUD. And as Moonboy said, people don't do this. I've said this since the day one. People don't collab with smaller channels. Like, it just doesn't happen. That's why I like Crypto Control so much. He gave me a shot. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to the whole SafeMoon community. And that's what you're investing. I know you guys are investing in crypto, the future, Crypto John. But in reality, I promise you, our biggest asset is us. That's a fact. Beyond everything else is the SafeMoon army. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if any other content creators are not participating today, they're welcome to come on. Like, there's no reason that they can't come on in the future episodes. This is just the people that I had contact with, whether it's because I was able to reach them through DM or through some other form, I was able to contact them. There's others that, their direct messages aren't open, or I just don't have a method of contact. If they want to participate in this, have them reach out to any single one of us that are on the roundtable, and they can come on board. I mean, we've got extra slots here, so if they want to come on, there's no reason they can't. I don't care if they have 100 subscribers and they've got 3 videos, or they've got 100,000 subscribers. They're welcome to come on and participate if they want to. Just reach out to us. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, the Avengers are not only a team of 6 guys. Like, the Avengers at the end of Endgame, I'm not sure how much of a nerd you guys are. I mean, it was like a horde of people. So, and that's exactly what the SafeMoon army is. I mean, we have that 300 meme with all the eyes of all the 300 soldiers. That's us. I mean, you can even extend it to just people in the community, people who don't even have YouTube channel, just, very passionate about SafeMoon. Someone that's very knowledgeable that just wants to come on here and, spread their knowledge. It's not just YouTubers specifically or influencers. It's anyone that's involved with SafeMoon and has anything positive, or, I mean, if you want to have a debate stream one day, sure, bring a flutter on. Let's do that as well. Hey, you want to do that, right? Yeah, I'll do that.
I want to ask. I want to follow up on you with the whole Avengers, guys. If Tim was a character, if Safemoon Tim was a character from the Avengers, guys, no, I'm going to compliment you. This is going to be a gangster one. I promise you. Tell me, Doctor Strange.
Oh, that is it. Doctor Strange for sure.
You thought I was gonna play you, Tim? I got you. I was
not you were gonna play me.
No way.
He's shaking his head, getting himself ready. He's like, here it comes,
bro. Doctor Strange, right? That would be your. I mean, that's an awesome one. I'm not even saying that in a bad way. That he's dope, and he comes up with crazy things those are your videos. It's awesome. I think so. That would be a cool character.
I can't wait to see the memes of our faces on the Avengers. So everyone deciding who we are.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Someone make that video, guys. If you're in the comments and you hear us talking about this, make that video.
I think Safemoon Josh is to give a shout out to him on Twitter. He's the guy that's been doing a lot of those kind of meme videos about different content creators and stuff. So he'd be the guy to do that.
Bro, I might have to make a new intro. I might have to make a new intro, colleague.
Do it, please. We'll have the Avengers theme and stuff in the beginning.
I just took a screenshot. Oh my god.
All right, another super chats here. We got I Love You Joe from the Great Gucci again here. Joe's a great, awesome guy. I'd loved having him on the thing today. Do you have a theory with from Matthew again? Do you have a theory with hashtag Safemoon32? Thank you guys. Thanks, guys. You make a great job. Just to put it simply, where Safemoon32 came from, it came from basically Discord when people pointed out that there was a purchase of 32 Safemoon happening once every minute, over and over and over and over and over again. This is in the really early days of Safemoon. And so people in Discord pointed this out, thought it was weird because it was such a low amount of Safemoon. And so people kind of just made this meme of Safemoon32, and it just took from there, and it's been an inside joke ever since. So does it mean anything outside of that? Does it mean that those purchases were windmills or something like that? There's been a lot of theories out there as to what that could be, but that's where it originates from. That's where it started. Does anyone else want to comment on that?
Yeah, there was a Starlink 32 satellite that burned up. I know this has nothing to do with what actual Safemoon 32 is, but I find it very coincidental. And they're actually launching another 32 satellite, the Starlink 32 satellite, up on December 9th. So I know it has nothing to do with the number on the bag or the actual Safemoon 32, but I know it's very coincidental.
All right, we got here from Joel Powell. Thoughts on John's fam background, Mormon / LDS and CIA. Anyone want
Dude's
to
a
take that?
rock star. Dude's a rock star.
That's a very heavy resume.
Yeah, he really is a great guy. He says the right things in the right moments. That's all I could say about him.
He stepped up, right? He stepped up during this the Bitmart thing.
Yeah, I can't say enough crazy good things about how a leader should handle and address the community during a stressful time, right? I'm not here to bash anyone, but if you compare him to another CEO that handled it poorly, you can see how leadership, how much of a CEO John Crony has matured and how well he chooses and addresses the community. That's all I say. The dude's an absolute, like you guys said, rock star.
And there's one thing that I keep wanting to drill on my channel is that I don't invest in projects, I invest in people, because it's very easy to make the next Bitcoin on paper. You can easily make a website and sell it as the next Bitcoin. It very well could be, but who's behind that? Who are the people that's going to drive that rocket ship home to the moon? John for me is incredible, man. I am bullish on Safemoon because I'm bullish on John. If John was not part of Safemoon, I probably would still hold a bag, but I wouldn't be as confident. I'm just being very honest. People say you can replace a CEO. You cannot replace that kind of productivity and work and commitment. You cannot do that. You can find, yes, you can make another CEO. You can find someone to be that. But John, for me, is more than just a title. He is the person. He's the captain. And, just like what RJ said, I mean, his track record proves that.
Exactly. And as far as his background goes, I think his CIA / military experience is part of the reason he's able to stay so calm. I mean, if you've been overseas in high stress situations, that's really fortified him in a way that he can, keep his head clear, even when there's these massive dips like this or these hacks or these other issues, that he can keep his head on his shoulders, be a leader, and he knows what he's doing. So as far as the religious background goes, I don't think there's any reason why that would contribute negatively or positively. Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Hey, Cade. So he said this coin has done nothing but go down for the past 10 months, keeps getting worse, but everyone pretends they're bullish. Let me ask you a question, homeboy. You ever invested in anything else? You invest in stocks? What do you invest in? Type it in the comments. Come on, I'll have a go at this. Name me your investments.
I owned Tesla early on, man, and it was tanking the whole time. So
of course, bro. Bitcoin didn't move for 2 years. Bitcoin didn't move for 2 years. I mean, it's these people that are coming from Doge has that instant gratification. 82.47%. This guy owned Doge before he came into Safemoon, and they're in it for this instant gratification. Oh, I put it, and that's why everybody keeps saying, Adam, you're not realistic. Oh, we're only going to 3x by the end of the year, and they call me bearish because I'm saying we're going to 3x by the end of the year. And look, I guess I was right about that, right? Like with the price, and none of us hit. It's not instant gratification. 3 to 5 years, as Tim said, Tesla couldn't do nothing for a long time. Bitcoin, all these companies.
Plus, the thing that benefits Safemoon the most is the price going up actually hurts the long-term investor. And that sounds weird, but the reason is when you do the math on how reflections work, you get more tokens at lower prices at the same level of volume. So as those become more valuable, all those reflections you've received since you invested all become collectively more valuable. So if you want to watch a video that explains all that in like stupid detail, not to show my own channel out of that, but it's like a 25-minute video. It's probably more information you'd ever want to know about how reflections work. So once you understand that, you realize that at the end of the day, the price of Safemoon is practically irrelevant, especially early on. What matters is the volume that we can drive to the project. That's pretty much the only metric you should really look at when it comes to Safemoon.
Bro, I think he left the room.
Fud has left the chat. All right, let's go to the next chat here. We got Miguel asking, would you guys consider going over other projects for about 5 to 10 minute segments? You're the only guys I trust. I know that Adam does go over the projects. I personally release videos like that all the time. In fact, I just released one, I think Monday, about another project called Intergalactic Token that just launched in October. So I do videos like that all the time about other projects. I have a series called What the FUD that I already have a list of like 10 videos if you want to go and look through those. And I regularly try to release at least once a month about other projects as well. So I don't know you guys. Are you guys willing to do stuff like that or have done stuff like that in the past?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a segment on this, podcast here to where we can just have the community just give us 10 coins, right? And we just kind of give our opinion, maybe do a little bit of, research before the podcast goes live. And we can say, okay, well, we found this and this is why we don't like this. And, based on the LP not being locked, like, there's things we can do with that to add that as a segment in future podcasts. So I think that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Maybe
And
we
if
can use
people
the
if people
tools.
see, right, I've told everyone this. It's on my banner. It's on my descriptions. I'm a crypto enthusiast, right? Safemoon is absolutely one of my larger bags, and I'm absolutely bullish on Safemoon. But it doesn't mean that you can't invest and look at other projects. And I definitely hold a whole bunch of other projects, and I love it. I mean, I cover a couple ADA. I did a couple ADA videos because I love what they were trying to do. If you guys don't know, they're trying to they partnered with Veritree about building this Cardano force. There's a lot of projects that are doing a lot of cool things outside of Safemoon. And it doesn't mean just because you love Safemoon doesn't mean you can't get involved with other projects, right? So I would absolutely be down for something like that.
Safemoon, Tim?
Everything you hear
We
now,
do.
financial advice.
Yeah, it's not financial advice, guys, but we do cover other projects. And so if you see us posting videos about other projects, it doesn't mean we've abandoned SafeMoon or that we love SafeMoon less, right? Some channels here have dedicated more of their stuff towards specifically SafeMoon, and that's awesome. But just because other channels decide to talk about other projects doesn't mean that they're less involved with SafeMoon or have less love for it. We can love multiple projects, and just because you have love for one project doesn't mean the other one's going to suffer.
Absolutely.
Right? There's enough space. There's enough in the space for all the projects to do really well and to make us money and to innovate in the space.
Yeah. So my really good friend and I, we were playing. We were just catching up, chilling, playing PlayStation 5. And for, I want to say 2 hours, we talked about other projects. And then for the last 2 hours, we talked about Safemoon. I mean, there's just so many projects out there that's doing really, really good things. If you do your own due diligence and you do your own research, you will see that you gravitate towards a lot of other projects that speak to you, right, as an investor. So it's awesome. It's a really big space, guys.
When it comes to my Safemoon bag, that's my 3 to 5 year bag. I want to make money next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. So while my Safemoon is over here chilling, and I'm adding to that, I'm still trying to broaden my portfolio to still get future pumps within the next, bull run or the next, quarter one of 2022. So yes, I mean, Safemoon for sure, not financial advice. I mean, I think having a bag is great, but looking on the market on what is potentially going to be the next, great thing, big thing, play to earn tokens are blowing up right now. They're actually, have really big fan base. So when it comes to overall investing, spreading out your portfolio is just smart.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, other projects are great, guys, and we can talk about those a little bit too in these spaces. So we talk about another project. We're not abandoning Safemoon. We can talk about multiple projects. This will be obviously Safemoon-centered space, where we talk mostly about Safemoon and what's going on with Safemoon, but we can also talk about other projects as well. And I think it's healthy that we don't fixate on just one project. And if you have a bag, this isn't financial advice, but you should be throwing all your eggs in one basket, right? That's just common sense. So we got one from the Red Gooch again. Tim, the mustache gets in clubs when he doesn't.
That's true. That's a true statement. I don't know if this person knows me personally, but that's true.
Another one from Ice Mike. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Safe.
Hey, facts.
Yo,
Yes.
KK, 10 months ain't shit. Like, seriously, what stocks you invest in? Bro, you're full
Go
of
on, this
shit.
one.
You don't invest in you don't invest in shit. Seriously speaking, what do you invest in? Go ahead, give me your stock portfolio. What are you investing in? What goes up? 10 months. You bought Doge when it was in teens. It went up to 50 cents. You thought you became a millionaire. You didn't sell, and now you're looking for the next Dogecoin. Bro, come on, bro.
Gosh.
Take a look at that apple juice, Adam.
Go chill with Pro to Doge. Like, seriously speaking, bro. This is investing 3 to 5 years. Bro, this guy's stock market portfolio is probably garbage, doo-doo. What do you invest in? Give me your stocks.
Adam, spicy AF right now.
Bringing fire to the chat. All right, James says, take a swig of apple juice with me, Adam. Love you all. All right, let's get through a few more of these here. We got another one from Satoshi Safemoon Bets. What I love most about Safemoon is that we don't know shit. Yeah, we only know about 15%. The question is, what is coming next?
Well, Safemoon just dropped a partnership with QDI or something like that, some cryptocurrency discovery.com. Yeah, and it looks like they specify in NFTs and staking. I did see that they had a stake to earn platform. So I know John Corrine said that he's not interested in Safemoon based off of how Safemoon functions with the tokenomics, and it's kind of like staking without actually staking and locking up your tokens. But I mean, what if out of that, we're going to have partnerships to where you actually do have specific staking pools for other products that you can contribute your Safemoon to earn more Safemoon, or you can buy that token, add to the staking pool, and earn more Safemoon. I feel like that would be cool if that's up and coming with new partnerships. I love staking and passive income. That's a big thing on my channel that I do talk about, and I brought in, my cryptocurrencies when it comes to those specific things. But I would love to see that.
I'm excited about Beefy Finance. Beefy Finance is something I know that they're partnering with, and I think that's super cool. So that'll be coming up soon. I forgot who let that out of the bag, but I remember hearing it. But yeah, that's something like staking. It's a multi-chain yield optimizer, and you can gain some pretty cool rewards with it. So that's coming next. I don't know. It seems like it's coming sooner than we know based on the little hints they're dropping here and there. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that's coming out of Safemoon.
Yeah, man. Quick shout out to Satoshi Safemoon Bets. He's all over Twitter all the time. He posts some good stuff. And obviously, quick shout out to my boy Safemoon Zeus. You guys are always there for the support. Thank you.
Awesome. And then we got Muhammad A here. Why has Tim been so quiet? I love watching his videos. He gets someone so hyped about Safemoon and the connection to everything. P.S. I love everyone else's content too. Not picking favorites here.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm being so quiet. I guess because I don't have headphones on like everyone else, so I don't feel cool. I don't have like a head mic or anything. I left everything downstairs as my wife's computer, so I feel like the little guy out.
Well, they say here from Joshua, with those shades, Safemoon Tim is Tony Stark.
I could see that too.
KK, so all of your crypto investments you started investing in the beginning, bro. So this guy is mad clownish. So everything that you invested in has multiple years to grow as a project. They get lucky by coronavirus, right? COVID comes in, everything gets destroyed, and these guys are able to reinvent themselves and get the biggest bull run we've ever saw in crypto. Meanwhile, Safemoon was not even invented then or just starting, and you're going to compare Safemoon to them? Are you absolutely insane? And you're going to talk about 10 months? These are decade projects. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The guy said Doge, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I don't know what these other garbages are, but I'm sure they're...
It's been out for years. Bitcoin came out 2008. Dogecoin came out 2013, right? It's perspective, guys, right? You got to be able to take a look at the macro side of things. If you're looking at Safemoon and you're wanting no instant gratification, it's not even a year old. You're comparing it to, like Adam said, you're comparing it to cryptos that have been given time to mature. You got to be realistic sometimes, man.
Yeah, 10 months is nothing, guys. Just give it a couple years and then come back and we can talk.
Yeah,
100%.
I say this all the time, right? All the time on Twitter Space, on YouTube, on anything. You have to give Safemoon time, right? That is the one thing in this equation you need to give Safemoon. You guys need to give them some time. That's it. 10 months is nothing.
And even if you do consider 10 months, we're sitting at $1 billion market cap. There's cryptos that are, on the market for years that barely skim 100 million. So when he's talking about is not move, have you seen the charts? Like, this thing moves.
It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
He probably bought at the top and now it's down, which a lot of people did, and that does suck. But those people do invest with their emotions. They don't understand, like what Adam's saying, these tokens and products and stocks and everything else. They do take time to mature and develop. And Safemoon has quite a few things going on. It does take time to develop all these things and get compliance and regulation involved. So, as an investor, you should understand that, okay, well, I'm in this for at least X amount of years because of these things are going to happen between that time and space. And hey, like, you can find pumps on the Binance Smart Chain if you want. Like, go find those. It's not going to be safe. Maybe, but, don't hope for it.
Kate, maybe the team of Doge. Who developed Doge? Go ahead. You're full of shit. You don't know nothing. What are you talking about?
Well,
bro?
Here's another thing to point out just real quick. When we look at Safemoon and compare it to the projects, these more mature projects, a lot of them have awesome development and awesome opportunities that they're creating. But tell me a token that's been out for 10 months that has the same potential that Safemoon does as far as what they're trying to build. Obviously, we don't have a lot of these things in the hand yet, but that's because they're 10 months old, right? You're not going to create satellite technology and voting systems in foreign countries in 10 months, right? You can work towards that, but you're not going to have that fully fleshed out and functional in that short period of time. I mean, most of the time, especially when you're dealing with governments, projects that are coming out now started 10, 15, 20 years ago. So the fact that they're even at the position where they're at now and they're having the actual ambassadors of Gambia coming out and saying that this is happening shows that it's being operated on, it's working, it's in the process. We just have to have patience as investors. I think it was Warren Buffett himself who said, investing is the patient taking money from the impatient. So if you're not willing to be patient and wait for projects to mature, then you're going to end up selling and someone else is going to pick that up and they're going to be the patient one that holds and they're going to be the one that profits. That's just how it works.
Yeah, when it comes to patience, that's the biggest thing to investing. I mean, I think the first Bitcoin transaction was a guy buying pizza with 15 Bitcoin. If he just chilled for about 5 years, he would have been in massive profits. Versus being like, okay, well, this thing doesn't worth anything now. It's going to be very valuable in the future if you understand what's going on and where the space is going. But people want that instant gratification. People want this microwave society, and they just want to be serviced right now. It's realistic, but still unrealistic.
100%. From Dickie, we have great discussion tonight, fellas. Lol at Safemoon tanking. Now is a great time to buy. Safemoon is not for those looking for instant gratification.
That's true.
For
and
sure.
a good friend of mine said, "Get ready to ship bricks and do backflips." So,
and that wasn't just anybody. That was one of the actual scholars of Safemoon. So he's under NDA. He knows stuff the public doesn't know. So this isn't just some random person on Twitter. Speaking of, we're going to try to get him on here to talk a little bit with us too in the future. I talked to him about it.
That's awesome. Yeah,
he's open to talking with us.
Let's go.
So hopefully we can get him on the next or a future episode here. So that's all the super chats for today, guys. Do you guys want to wrap it up here, or do you guys want to talk for a little bit more?
I have work in about 7 hours.
All right, so we can call it a night. Keep it short here and end it here. Just to close, let me get this super chat out of the screen here. But just to close, does everyone want to kind of shout their socials? Obviously, their YouTube channel, but maybe other socials that they have as well.
Sure. Who would like to start? All right, I'll go first. I'm Safemoon Tim on YouTube. I'm Safemoon Tim on Discord. I'm Safemoon Tim on Reddit. I'm Darkmoon Tim on Twitter. And hang out with me. Give me a chat up. Subscribe. Smash that like button. Same thing for this video. Subscribe to all these guys. And that's all I got.
RJ, you want to shout your stuff out?
Yeah, sorry, man. I was trying to moderate over here.
No, you're
yeah,
good.
so all my stuff, right? Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube is all at RJ Ardanas. So obviously, thank you so much, Generation, for hosting this. This was a lot of fun. I really love collaborating with everyone here because it's, like I said, man, it gives me an outlet to just talk about Safemoon and not just troll my girlfriend about it all the time. I actually get to have a conversation here, and I love it. So if you guys are on this and you guys have been watching, make sure you guys subscribe to every single one of these content creators. It is an absolute blast hanging out here. So thank you so much, Generation.
Of course. Moonboy, you want to shout your stuff out?
Yeah, YouTube, Crypto Moonboy, and on Twitter, Moonboy Crypto YT. Big shout out to Generation Crypto for bringing together the Avengers. We now have names, and that's pretty cool. So that was awesome. But the whole graphics here beginning, the whole intro, this whole layout, bringing up the super chats and making our screen smaller. I know a lot of thought must have went into this. So you did a very good job. And I know that this was probably very meaningful to you. So I appreciate you having me be a part of it. And I look forward to the future one. So thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. And Adam.
I'm just at Adam Bergman Show. And Kate, I love you, brother. I'm just busting your balls. But seriously, give it some time. Do whatever you want to do, but give it some time. You can't base your thoughts on a project within a 10-month period, especially when we have so many things in the pipeline. First, you have to have an idea. Then you have to have a vision. You have to implement that, build the building blocks, and then allow people to build on top of that. So until we have the blockchain, give it at least 2 years. Remember, Cardano had a blockchain for 4 years before they enabled smart contracts. Just remember that. Let that sink into you. Solana, Algorand didn't go live for 2 years after they got their blockchain. Just let that sink in when you say 10 months. So not to be too rude to you. Yeah, at Adam Bergman Show, what's goody with the hoodie. And I want to say thank you literally for everybody here coming together. I love you all. Cheers to everybody from my end.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks everyone for doing this.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
Generation
Obviously, Generation Crypto, Gen Crypto, or Generation Crypto YT on Twitter and all my other socials. Thank you guys all for coming on today. I think it was an awesome experience to do this. I look forward to doing this on a weekly basis, having these conversations, engaging with the community. And guys, just so you're aware, the next week's episode most likely will not be on my channel. It will be on one of these other guys' channel, and we'll be rotating through so everyone gets a chance to host. So thank you guys for stopping in. And this has been a great roundtable, and we'll close it out here, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.